Start recording. Actually,
Check over your stick. Like 5 of those hours were also manual, or 3 of those hours labor at the office.
Jeez.
No, people from work.
Man.
My phone rings now.
your phone rings what?
Like 24/7 now.
That sucks.
Yeah.
What the hell is this guy pouring out on the ground that everyone's chasing after?
Toilet paper?
Looks like little mice.
Yeah,
Or potatoes.
it's hard to say if they're mice or potatoes. But he is just dumping a bucket of them and everybody seems really cool with it. And there's like a group of lads.
I think those people were picking up the potatoes to throw,
Maybe, yeah, maybe.
and that's why I hope they're potatoes and not mice.
So I
If he was
came,
smart,
I
he
went
would
away for
do
water
both.
and came back to, and that's why I hope potatoes are not mice.
Yeah, I mean, what, do you think that you want them to be the same thing?
No.
I'd feel so much worse having baked potato.
Oh god.
Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew.
Oh no. Taters.
Potato.
Potato. Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew. Potato.
Potato.
Potato. Alright.
I say potato.
Oh, you're that freak that song's about.
You're that one, that guy.
No, you don't.
No, I don't.
You lied to me.
I'm sorry.
Never gonna trust you again.
I deserve it.
It's embarrassing that I am a stoner and I cannot draw a weed leaf. I'm just so bad at it. Look at that. Look at that bullshit.
You need to practice your weed leaves.
I have though. I'm just utterly terrible at them.
See, I wasn't sure where you were talking about, so I was looking at some of these bushes on the right, thinking,
Yeah.
you're really bad at it.
Hmm.
So yeah, you're gonna have to hand in your dispensary card.
Ugh. Ugh. Yeah, no, it's just that's sad. Hmm. Keto vegan.
We're not on that again, are we?
No, I just looked up in the chat and it's just there. I'm actually an anarcho-authoritarian myself. I think we should abolish a government which should control every aspect of our lives.
So yeah, the session begins with Sisyphus alone in the woods.
Sisyphus, no!
I begin walking to the donkey.
Hey, where are you going? You just suddenly like turned off the path and started running out into the woods. Hey, wait, come back here. I chased
Oh,
after
actually, I made a list of your loot.
Ooh.
Loot
I do like
list.
loot.
Because I actually did prep for this last week, and then I was too tired to use any of it.
Oh yeah, prep.
Okay, where did I put all my NPC notes?
I'll add it all to Sisyphus's
Yeah.
Here we go.
part.
Wrote it all on note cards.
Sisyphus will
they are
be our
easy to
beast of
use.
burden.
I'll just type it.
Oh boy.
What's up, Cole?
My chest. Well, actually, more specifically, my sternum. For some reason, the joints connecting my ribs to my sternum have started popping recently whenever I stretch.
Oh, that's good. Doesn't that feel good?
It does feel good, but I don't know what brought along the change, if it's bad or if it's good.
Probably fine.
As lo-
Everybody just develops a few creaks and pops as they get older.
I just hope it doesn't stop, or it doesn't start hurting.
Nah, only if you get arthritis.
Hmm.
You're still a young man. It's probably temporary.
I think somebody should start a spin-off campaign where we all roleplay the same character.
I'm Batman. I'm Batman.
No, I'm Batman.
I'm Batman.
Batman. I'm Bat Dad. Wait, are we not doing that? I thought we were all being Bat Dad. Oh man, that guy
There's
is a
your
literal legend. Sorry, what?
Utes.
Food. Ah, yeah.
So yeah, that's the stuff. Oh, I forgot the wine.
Holy shit, 2 pounds of
Eric drank
saffron.
all the wine.
Out of character.
Yeah.
Holy shit, we're gonna be rich. In character. Oh, that's one really bad smelling herb thing that they put in stuff. We should just dump it on the side. Nobody wants that.
No, it's useful.
What?
Um.
What for? Like, I mean, it's terrible for cooking, and that's what they sell it for.
Yeah, so on the sides of all of these like crates and bags and stuff, you see this symbol either like seared into the wood or stitched into the fabric. It's like a compass rose almost, but a little more decorated.
Pepper or saffron be useful to me with alchemy?
Maybe.
I don't
I
know
could see
about in
saffron
this.
being useful
Yeah.
for it.
I've heard of saffron being used as like, having
I feel
properties.
like saffron's definitely been like tried in alchemy.
Oh yeah.
Probably. You could
And
use it to like dye stuff.
well-
You could dye your hair blonde.
My hair's already blonde.
You could dye Avian's hair blonde.
Wait,
Avion's
is my hair
hair is
blonde?
stark white.
My hair's blonde. Fuck. I look at
Dye
Avian.
my hair.
I'm like, hey, do you wanna fit in more in this area?
But how do you mean?
I could dye your hair blonde with this.
I don't think that would do anything for the skin color, though.
Yeah, but everybody in these
I'd still
parts
be
has
very
blonde
out
hair.
of place.
Well, I mean, you just look like a Frozen opposed to.
Yeah, I'll think about it.
All right.
There's also a box
So
of
has it-
wine Yeah.
It has a symbol. Oh yeah, the box of wine is on my character sheet. Same with the sacks of gems.
Fair enough.
I mean, I added the gems to Sisyphus because we can split those up, but
Did we ever get gold from this? And if so, what was the split?
we didn't get any gold.
Okay.
We're about to though. We're like traveling merchants, except we steal from the thieves and give to ourselves.
Yeah, we're like a shitty Robin Hood.
Do we
Alright,
keep
hey,
left?
this box here, it has a compass rose on it. I feel like if we stack all of these boxes up, it'll make a map that we can use to find out where they came from. And he like stacks 2 or 3 boxes up before he realizes they all have compass roses, and he's like, ah, darn, not quite.
Actually, Skipper and Wilbert make a history check. Yeah, Wilbert doesn't see anything, but you look at it while you're stacking them, and you think, "Hey, I know that symbol. That is from the Trade Winds Coalition. They are a trading company based out of Portsmouth."
Hey, this looks like my compass and my navigating tools, which I bought from the Tradewind Company. This must be theirs.
This compass looks like a compass.
You're right, yeah. That is a compass.
See?
What?
And he like fumbles with the compass, pulls it out of his tools. Look, it's almost exactly the same. And look on the back of the compass, Tradewind. It's them, for sure.
Hmm.
No arguments here.
That does bring up a good point. If this belongs to the merchant company, if we tried to sell it, would that get us in trouble?
We're selling it to them.
Oh, you have a very good point. What if we just put it in different boxes that don't have their symbol on it, and then they won't know?
Or we just go sell it back to them.
I was thinking this was all evidence in this obvious crime. So it must be given back to the chief of the officers of Portsmouth for
Or we
free.
just or we just sell it back to the people that it belonged to.
Then how will they lock it away in the evidence storage if we do that?
Well, you don't need the whole crate. You just need one thing of saffron, one pinch of salt. I'm like putting these things in your hand.
Go up to this Trade Winds company,
And
like,
Wil-
I find
and
your
Wilbert-
spice cabinet.
And that's all you need. Here's your evidence.
I will look after this with my life.
Here, Wilbert, take this pouch. It might be a little easier if you put it in here.
Is this pouch also evidence? Did you
No.
find it here?
No, this is my pouch, but you can
Oh.
have it. You can keep it for evidence if you want.
Right then,
You know what? That may be useful as evidence in the future, Wilbert.
it's true. Alright, do with it what you will. I have what I need.
Need to mark off my belt pouch.
Bag of evidence in my inventory.
It's a pinch of each spice.
If she put it on some meat, it would be pretty good.
Uh-huh.
You almost have the makings of like a curry there.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, where's Lefty at?
He is curled up, crying hysterically in the tree line.
Alright, I go grab Lefty, like by and start dragging him towards Sisyphus.
Ah, why?
You
Yeah, he just like stares after you.
it's like 3 miles away, or 3 hours away.
Mm-hmm.
Skipper winces at the sight of you dragging someone by their ear?
Oh no, by his collar.
Oh, okay.
Is
doesn't
that one
remember that.
evidence too?
I believe he is a hostage.
No, he's not evidence. You only need a piece of him for evidence.
Actually,
I
wait.
think we left
is he
that
a hostage?
somewhere in the previous fight.
No, we have it in the cart.
Wait. Isn't he our prisoner?
The guy's
Isn't
just
he
been
like?
biting next to his arm.
But we've also kept the other limbs from the other two people, right?
Mm-hmm.
We've just got a small collection of dismembered limbs. Probably starting to smell.
I would probably suggest we get rid of that shit.
How long does it take for a limb to start to smell? It's only been like a day.
Well, I mean, considering
on,
they
let me
probably
check
didn't
the dark
bleed very
web.
often.
No, yeah. Infection is pretty high. High
Yeah, but I
chance of
cauterized the
infection.
wound.
And the dismembered limbs probably aren't getting infected.
Well, I mean,
They're not
Just-
like
they
connected
probably
to anything.
smell
Nothing's
great
happening.
in the first place.
well, blood lives for 4 months even after the body dies, so theoretically it could still be putrefying and getting infected. Not the cauterized part of the limb, but the other part, the part that's been disconnected from the body. That part will start to smell for sure.
How long does it take a dead body to smell?
I think it depends a lot on the climate. Is it warm here or cold or what?
I thought it was something.
Yeah, it's pretty cold. It's like early spring for you guys.
It might do okay then.
It's still good. No need to throw it out yet.
It's flu season!
Lefty sneezes.
Shoot him.
I like that we can see as people are going to pretend to be sassafras as they just change to a donkey for a bit.
Sassafras has a dark side.
Yeah, I don't think the body would start to smell yet. It's only been like a day or two since we delimbed some people. I think we slept one night.
No, yeah, you're probably right. Especially in this climate, it's probably fine. I was thinking of in the tropics.
If you drained the arm of all of its fluids, have we embalmed it?
No.
No, we have not exsanguinated nor embalmed the limbs.
Well, who knows? We may be able to give him his arm back once we get to town.
Or we could burn it.
Give it to a taxidermist, turn it into a club.
Oh my
was-
god.
I was thinking
Oh
just
god, you could
sew
use it to
back
bitch
on.
slap people.
Guys, watch out! He's armed!
He's super armed.
They call him the one-armed bandit.
Except he has 3.
No,
They
he's
call-
dual wielding.
Bandit.
He's dual wielding. Oh god. Yeah, like if he's holding his fist in his other fist, is he dual wielding fists? Does he get a free offhand, fist attack?
He's recursively armed.
But he
If-
doesn't have an offhand.
Well, yeah, but so he shouldn't suffer the penalties for an offhand
No,
attack.
he does have an offhand. One of
He
his
does,
hands is
but his
off.
hands is off. And he's hitting him with it, technically.
Jeez, it was
so-
just like an offhand comment, okay?
uh,
What if you give the arm its own arm club to hold?
oh my god.
We figured out how to
Inception.
triple wield, y'all.
Yeah,
So-
we have.
So
we
if a monk gets his hand chopped off, tapes his hand to his other hand, regrows his hand with regenerate, does his primary hand now strike with 2d4 instead of 1d4?
I
that's
would
double
I would
monk
argue
bullet.
yes, but he doesn't get flurry of blows anymore.
Well, no,
That
he
move is
regrew
gone.
the other arm.
Oh, right, I see, right, because the lip. Oh shit.
Regenerate.
So wait, I mean, theoretically, then you could just keep chopping those bad boys off and attach
Just
it,
tape
make it like an
hundreds of
octo
arms.
fist. Yeah.
Yeah.
like.
100d4 fists.
Okay, but you have to carry them somehow.
That's
It's
why
true.
you get 20 strength as a monk. Okay.
And I mean, there's no argument. They definitely count as an unarmed weapon. Like, I mean, absolutely, there's no way around that.
But it is an arm weapon.
He is
But
armed.
it's also unarmed.
Yeah, all the arms are unarmed.
Okay, let's get back to the game.
Alright.
We're gonna tangent about no arms for too long.
Hey, wait, where are you going? Hey, and he chases after you as you go to get Sisyphus. The rest of you guys just hanging out at the camp.
No.
I think we should probably leave.
Well, Avion has to transport the loot, so.
Oh gosh, Narcy's finishing touches on completely incinerating the camp.
Mm.
I feel like we did a good deed today, Lefty.
Only you can start forest fires.
Man,
feel
my
like
headset turned off
nothing-
for no reason.
I feel like nothing bad can come of what happened here today, Lefty. What do you think? Think about it. Think about the great deed we did. All thanks to you, buddy. As I'm dragging him.
He just goes really quiet.
Your name is going to be known throughout the entire city as the savior of wherever we're going to with this stuff.
We're headed to Portsmouth.
Yeah, we've said that for days now, and we're still not there.
Yeah, we have been getting distracted.
I don't know what you're talking about. This has been pretty linear so far. We've been headed straight there. No problems. I mean, okay, so a few problems. A couple of bandits. Some more bandits.
It was
Probably
now,
more
more
a
after
word.
this, too.
now with the bandits and all.
I feel like this area has a major bandit problem.
What
No.
makes you think that?
Not major anymore.
But we didn't kill all of them.
They're
They'll
gonna
think
come
Maybe
twice
after
we
us.
about coming back.
downgraded the threat level.
Yeah, well, I mean... So it's an intermediate bandit problem now?
I think
Yes.
all this shows is there's lots of good trade and transit through this area, which has created it's filled the gap in the market by creating lots of jobs for banditry. I mean, somebody's got to try to take the stuff so that people get money to be guards so they can protect the caravans. And the bandits need stuff too, they take it. I mean, these bandits deserve to die. We had to kill them. But in general, it's pretty common. It's kind of a normal thing.
Yes, it's called an economy.
Yeah, bandits are just one side of the economy. They make sure that, the money goes somewhere. They take it out of the economy so that all the new money
I
that
don't
we
know why you
create-
guys are trying to explain an economy to me right now. I just said I feel like there's a bandit issue, and
No,
there
I
could be
like-
another part of the economy cropping up with dealing with bandits if you guys wanted to make money.
That is my job. Yes, I deal with the bandits, and I've done a very good job today. I am going to pat myself on the back.
I believe what you're referring to is a market for bandit removal.
That's my job. No markets.
I feel like we've dipped our toes into this market quite heavily at this point. In fact, I think that we're basically swimming in this market at this point.
It's because you are all, I haven't told you, but you are all my honorary proteges in God.
I had no idea you felt that way about me. I am so honored, Wilbert, that you would bestow upon me this great.
I see
will
the talent
protect it.
in you. I believe in you.
I
So-
see we've
so-
been deputized.
So is
My
robbing
best.
So robbing and looting, is that totally out of the question now? Or can I still do that when I'm not guarding? Or how does that work?
Oh yeah, if you have two jobs, what am I to say no?
Perfect. Okay, cool. Okay, you guys, we can still take my ship. It's all good.
You don't.
What was that?
Nothing. Come on, Lefty, and I keep dragging Lefty.
So why do we have him with us still?
What, do you want us to kill him?
That's more your thing than mine. I'm just curious. You can
He's
turn
our
him loose
pal.
now.
He's an official deputy of Portsmouth.
I thought we were going to turn him into the guards.
I,
Why would
I
we do
like
that?
the deputy thing. I will work for the deputy.
He did try to kill us.
And he's missing that arm, and that's going to be a
Lefty.
real hindrance in his new officer career.
Lefty, did you try to kill us? I don't remember.
No.
Weren't you the one that I delimbed right away?
I think he was the last.
You were the last one, Lefty?
Come on, Lefty, don't
Yeah.
lie. We all know you were trying to kill us at least a little bit. Come on.
Well, all of his friends have tried to kill us, so that's guilt by association, right?
He sold those friends out very quickly. I don't know if I would call them friends.
I mean, he also...
He sold them out quicker than I would sell all of you out.
Now, how quick is that?
Depends on the gold.
That's very sweet.
Yeah, I also feel very, very, satisfied, gratified that you think so highly of us. Wow, we're just having a great day today. Hey, Avion, how are you doing? Would you like to tell everyone how great you think they are today? Maybe
I'm sorry,
bestow
Skipper,
some
did you say
wishes
something?
on everyone? Huh?
It's true, you've
What?
been holding back on them wishes.
I had to use one in the fight earlier today.
Oh, I see. That's why we
On
won.
myself.
That's why. No, it makes sense. See, this is why I want a genie in my crew. Obviously temporary until we get to your homeland, but maybe there we can get a new genie to come with us.
You find a genie that's
Wow,
lost
you're
over
thinking
there
of
but lives
replacing me
here.
already.
Well, only if you want to go. I mean, you're the one that wants to get back to your home, but I mean, once we're there, if you wanted to stay on the ship, I'm always happy to have a genie on our side. I mean, hey, why not just hire a whole crew of genies? That's like 8 wishes a day.
Yeah, I can also blow wind into your sail. Make the
Oh,
boat go faster.
see, look at this guy, so resourceful. I imagine, right, we're walking this whole time, right?
No, you just
Stopping
stopped in the
once
middle of
every
the woods.
50 minutes or so to recast tensors, yeah.
Yeah, Skipper is just sort of like running up in front of everyone as he talks, and he's like just sort of running around, walking backwards, as he talks to people on the road and stuff. Hopping up on the side of the cart.
Wait, we got back to the cart? I thought we were walking back to the cart.
Oh,
Hopping up on the tensor's disc.
Hey, look,
man,
it's
this
the
tensor's
bridge
disc
we
is really cool.
crossed. We're almost back to the road.
So, Lefty, I guess you're at a crossroads here, literally and figuratively. Death, deputy, or jail?
I like the deputizing.
Cool. I throw Lefty towards Wilbert.
Oh, hi.
I would take you under my wing and teach you everything I know. We're about halfway there already.
Thanks.
That's yours now, Wilbert. Take good care of it.
Thank you for entrusting me. I believe I will do you proud.
Make sure you feed him and walk him every day.
I will.
And clean up after him.
I probably won't.
I would appreciate that.
You've taken on a huge responsibility here, Wilbert. I'm glad to see that you are ready to stand up to the challenge of taking care of a pet like this.
Think I'm ready.
A week later, Wilbert's forgotten about it.
Oh
He's
shit!
just
I'm
dead
about
in
to
a
feed
ditch
him.
somewhere.
Hey, where's
There's-
Lefty, Wilbert?
There's just a
Oh.
skeleton with
Yeah.
missing its left arm.
Used to have a little friend like you, but you don't move no more. So, Deputy Lefty, huh?
Ready for his brand new lease of life.
We gotta get that guy armed.
So, do we turn his old arm into a club?
Has anyone
Really
got
thinking
proficiency
about
in
it?
taxidermy?
I'm sure we could find somebody in town.
Would they do it though? Would this be seen like as something kind of dark and and not couth enough?
Is there
They
a
would
dark
give you
dungeon
some weird
area of
looks.
Portsmouth that I know about?
Get him an automail arm. He can be part Warforged.
Looking for taxidermist must be into weird shit.
The Full Metal Deputy.
Full Metal Alchemist.
We could get him to re-roll into.
Oh man, I can't find a comfortable spot in this chair. How irritating.
I recommend you put your ass in the bottom part and lean your back against the back.
That's fancy.
I recommend that you sit at the top of the chair and put your ass. That's how I sit on chairs.
Now I recommend you take your and then you can up your and then
Thank you for your Senko impression.
Or sit on
Uh.
it backwards and put your chest against the part you put your back on, and then you put your feet
Yeah.
through the holes.
You'll look really cool if you do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the cool 90s kid strategy.
then you
That's
can
the
lay
way Riker
forward.
gets into chairs.
You have to step over
Yeah,
it as you're doing
dude.
it.
Yeah, you have to do the Riker maneuver. If you've never seen it, it's magical.
Mhm.
Whatever.
Ah. I can't use chairs. Poor Sisyphus.
Are we back at the donkey yet?
Yeah, you're back at the donkey.
Is the donkey in the cart still here?
Surprisingly, yes.
We load the stuff on the donkey. On the cart, and we start going to town.
Hey, what do you know? The donkey's still alive. Hey, what
Yeah.
luck?
And look, there's 17 dead bandits around him.
There's just
Sisyphus
this
fought
bare
them off
patch
valiantly.
of ground that used to be grass.
Wow, Sisyphus, you really outdid yourself. Hey. You've been eating way too much here, Sisyphus. You need to go on a diet now. Look at what you've done.
He looks at you with a mouthful of grass.
No, bad skipper. Don't you scold Sisyphus. He's a good donkey.
Mm-mm.
I thought he was a mule.
Oh, okay.
He is a mule, but he identifies as a donkey.
I see.
Oh, my bad. Oh, my bad. I did not mean to miss.
Species?
Label.
Yeah. Fuck. There's a good joke about taxonomy in there, but I lost it.
I start getting Sisyphus to go to town with us. We're going
Narcy
to town.
collapses in the back of the wagon.
Avion maneuvers the tensor disc over the back of the wagon and then dismisses it, dropping all the loot inside.
Ah!
Narcy takes 1 point of bludgeoning damage.
What the hell was that for?
Well, I'm sorry. I thought the cart was for all the things we were carrying.
Narcy, get out of the cart. It's not for you.
She still sits in the back of the cart, away
We
from.
made
Sounds
you a
pretty good
harness
now
and
with
everything.
all the spices in there.
Oh my
If
god.
you wouldn't have thrown your rope thing into the water, then you would have been able to be dragged by the cart floating. But now
I'm-
you have to walk like the rest of us. You said you'd walk.
I'm not. When did I ever say I'd walk?
3 sessions ago when we argued.
Yeah. I mean, I don't actually remember how we concluded that
It was like
argument.
yesterday.
Well, I've
Look, if
changed
you
my
want to
mind.
play with the big kids, this is how it has to be.
I point at Avion and I start shaking my head yes.
She gives you all a look and proceeds to continue sitting in the back of the wagon.
Says Vrest, stop.
You're all extremely petty people, you know that?
Look, it's not fair that you get to ride in the wagon when you have magic powers where you can just float on a disc and be dragged behind us with a harness, while the rest of us have to hoof it around like animals, like the donkey.
Right, we're strengthening your leg muscles.
She gives
My
you
leg
all a
muscles are
murderous
plenty strong
glare.
already. Some of
Not-
us don't need leg muscle strengthening.
Not you, Skipper. I'm talking to Narcy.
And she hops off the back of the wagon.
Says Vrest, we continue.
God damn it, Sister Press.
And then
Why
she
do I
hops
love you
back
so
on
much?
like about 5-10 minutes later.
Says Vrest, stop.
I'm not moving anymore.
Don't make me turn this mule around.
So help me.
Somebody bring me some rope.
Oh my god.
Let me see. Do I have rope in my pack? Let me just stick around in here. Yeah, here. I have this. Oh yeah, you're going to love this.
I
This
re-
is quality rope.
So, yeah,
Look.
other than constantly stopping the cart because of Narcy, the day goes by pretty smoothly.
Okay.
God.
I recreate the harness and I point towards it. And you want the harness?
Absolutely not.
Can you make like a tensor's disc and float me with the harness? Because that sounds fucking great.
You could just sit on the tensor's disc.
But towers. But the. Oh, that's right. Because you could just float without it. Hey, can you make a tensor's disc for me?
No, we'd have to stop
Every
like
hour
10
for
minutes every hour.
See, look, this
Which
is why you
even
have to be
more
the one
often
to
than
do
we're
it.
stopping now.
You know what? Just let the kid ride in the cart.
No.
How about on Sisyphus?
Deal.
Well, it's better than nothing.
Alright, so, how's your animal handling, Narcy?
Yeah.
Mine's great, and I'm the one leading Sisyphus.
I mean, I don't think mine is terrible.
Yes, but Narcy has to mount Sisyphus.
My animal handling is relatively okay, but I'm not going to roll it unless I am requested to. Requested to.
Yeah, I'm gonna have you roll that.
Oh, great.
Ah,
Hey, look, that's average. Above average,
Hey.
even.
Yeah, you do
Sisyphus,
manage
go.
to get onto Sisyphus.
And there we are.
There is no saddle, though.
That sucks.
it's fine, you don't have balls.
That's true.
Girls. Just
You could
less
ride
bed.
side saddle.
Like Jaina Proudmore.
Yeah.
I have not.
You could use Sisyphus's neck as like the back to a chair, and just like recline on his back.
Honestly, we're really not, like, traveling fast anyways. It wouldn't hurt that bad to ride bareback.
Yeah.
Except for the saddle sores at the end of the day.
Hey, but guess what? I have healing magic, so.
Yeah. That's definitely an appropriate use for healing magic. Divine magic to deal with my saddle sore.
Do you have any divine magic left after our little scrap at
He
the...
gets it back every hour.
Yep.
Man, that's like cheating.
I don't get
Like
my.
Warlock.
At higher levels, he'll feel like it'll be less good than a wizard.
Yeah, because you get like 10 billion spell slots, and I get 5.
Yeah. He
Plus,
gets 5 total spell slots, and then like
weird,
those
weird,
like,
weird higher
fifth
level
level and under.
spells. Basically, for 5th level and under, I have 5, or I have spell slots, like, that are shared between all my spells, and all of my 5th level or lower spells are cast at the highest level. And then above that, I have, for every spell level, 1 spell that I can cast once a day.
Avion begins to see the merit of making a deal with some kind of celestial demon. And then remembers that that celestial demon takes over Narcy's personality and forgets the idea.
Yeah, but that like never happens. Sorry for butting into your inner thoughts there.
Oh god, he multi-class Great Old One Warlock rolls.
Oh god, I'm starting to think like him now.
The great, he's your conscience now. Oh no, God help you.
I just had a great idea.
Great
A
Old
warlock
One
of the Cat
Warlock.
Lord.
Yeah,
I was just
Great
about
Old
to
One.
say.
You gotta go Great Old One Warlock for the Cat Lord and make the Cat Lord some kind of terrible Cthulhu deity.
But the thing is, I don't think I can
Cat-Thulu.
actually do that. It would be more. It is actually just an old one that my character mistakenly believes is the Cat Lord.
Yeah. That works.
As
That
you
would be
command
how it would go down with
My
the low
name is
wisdom.
Oh, so you're my father then, Lord.
Oh God. Yep. That's basically how it would go.
We just go until problems happen, or we camp, and then we problems happen, or we
Yep.
camp. I let Narcy sit on the back of the cart on day 2 when I see she has something on her chat.
Yeah, on day 2, you start to see the city in the distance.
Ah, there it is. Soon we'll be reunited with my ship.
I can't wait.
I
I'm very much
get rid of
looking
all
forward to it, Skipper.
I get rid of all the limbs except for the arm.
All of the limbs.
Did you keep the correct arm? Because I feel like it was 2 arms and a leg. Did you just randomly decide?
I
Or
kept
did you
the
actually
left arm.
think?
Hey, we could have paid for some ridiculously expensive wares with those.
I mean, if
Yeah.
you want to go grab them, they're over there.
As
Narcy
Narcy is currently burning them.
People are constantly saying, "Oh, it costs an arm and a leg," and like for once, we actually have a surplus of them.
Yes, Skipper, that was the joke.
Well, not
Wait,
an arm.
that's a joke? Jeez, I just thought that's why all the people without arms and legs, had missed them because they had sold them for something really expensive.
Probably drugs.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
It's always drugs.
Hey, let's go to that trade company.
Oh yeah, they make really good compasses. Have you seen my compass?
No, can I see it?
Yeah, here. It looks brand new, like it's never been used before.
Does the compass have a picture of the insignia on it, or is it
The
just
compass is just a regular compass that happens to look like a compass rose on a map and their symbol. But on the back, it is scratched into it trade wind.
So how do we even know this is the correct company?
I don't know of any other company called Tradewind that does compasses like this. I think that's how they started.
Yeah, they have like a gift shop.
Yeah, I went there and I went down to the
Like little
Tradewind.
compasses and like
Tradewind
flagons
World is
with
so good. You have to ride the Pony Express ride. It's so good. And then afterwards, you can get like a Tradewind cotton candy, and they give you a tiny sample. It's just like a little stamp, so you can send a very small envelope somewhere, like 2 doors away, just to see how it all works.
She gives you a look.
They have this ship in dry dock where like kids can play with the steering wheel.
I learned so much about navigation from them. It's amazing.
I see.
You didn't get that extra detailed description. I was just telling you about how great the Tradewind world is.
All right, you ready to walk down our?
Fine. Hops
Are you
off.
gonna like put your child again?
What?
Are you
You
gonna
said, are you
pull-
going to put petals on your lance like a child again?
No, I said not look like a child again.
That you cut
Dang.
out. You cut out every time.
Are you gonna put your like a child?
It's fucking.
I don't think it's your fault, Senka. There's something else going on.
I don't know what's happening.
Eric just has a stutter.
He just cuts out sometimes.
Are you gonna put your hood back on so you child?
Mm. Honestly, I
We
did.
got the
Eric
other
has
half
a
of the
speech
sentence this
impediment.
time, so we could put them together.
Honestly, at this
You
point,
don't look like a child.
I wonder if it's even necessary. I was trying to gain entrance to an adventuring group so I could continue further, but I suppose it would be helpful.
Well, has it been worth it?
Well, actually, the funny thing is, I just remembered this. I had been meaning to say Narcy probably burned her robe over the past couple days since it's drenched in blood.
Guys, we need a sledgehammer
A sledgehammer for what?
or
What
a
do we do
maul.
with a sleigh hammer?
Well, a maul or a sledgehammer would be useful.
I guess if you got a bear, he could want something for you.
What would we use a sledgehammer for?
Breaking things.
Okay. I'm pretty sure we can find a sledgehammer or something in the city relatively easily.
I was thinking about converting this arm into one.
Okay.
I'm going. Why haven't we burned that arm?
A hammer. I get it.
It could be useful. Lefty, do you want your arm?
Well, I'm not so attached to it anymore.
Aha!
Lefty. so good.
Lefty.
He gives kind
Good
of like a
job.
sheepish grin.
I need a.
I'm so surprised you're taking this so well, Lefty. I'm really happy.
Yeah, for considering it's only. That's really impressive.
Man, this guy is hardcore.
He will make a fine officer.
I thought we try to get Lefty.
Is Lefty becoming the greatest character ever by accident?
Sure.
Is Lefty going to be a really normal character that we're all going to turn into the greatest character ever, whether he likes it or not?
Yes.
Probably.
Hello, my name is Lefticus Rex, rank 11 Paladin of the Order of Silver Hand.
God damn it, that was really good.
I'm here to smite evildoers. I wield my bone club with divine. Okay. Town.
Yeah, Cole, did you get that message I sent?
I must have. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, that's something I should probably do, and that would probably include me burning the robe. So yeah, one evening, Narcy will walk out into the woods. Um, she'll say, "I have to do some prayers. Let's just call it that. I'll be back in a few minutes."
She has to go to the little cleric's room.
I think she's pooping.
The little
Everyone has to
warlock.
poop. There's no shame in that, Narcy. Just go do your business. We'll
No,
be
it smells
waiting
like
here.
smells like blood. I'm pretty sure she got her period.
Okay, just make sure
I
to
think
bury
that's
the
just my
rags or
arm.
whatever.
No, it smells like menstrual blood.
Remind me to burn you when I get back.
Why do you
Which-
know what that smells like?
Which one? I have a really good sense of smell. Remember a werewolf?
Wait, you're a werewolf?
Wait, what?
No, I'm not a werewolf.
Oh,
Oh,
right.
alright.
It was a joke, of course. You're such a kidder.
But yeah,
I
Avion,
believe that's still alive.
Avion, fucking kill me. Just fucking kill me. Okay?
oh my gosh.
I mean,
Nah,
it might be better than them knowing the truth, honestly.
I know, but like... They've seen it like 3 times now!
Maybe one day they'll learn. Skipper may be in denial because of the whole thing with cats and dogs.
Look, I really, really, really want to be Skipper's friend. But God, he's so stupid.
this is
And he's the one that tricked Wilbert!
Now, I feel like those two are playing with half a deck between them.
Hey, have you ever found those other cards we lost, Wilbert?
I've got like this one that's like a Joker, but I haven't found the rest.
Okay, good. That's like 15 of them. That's probably enough, right?
Yeah, it's good enough. Let's just start. Let's start. I have a full house. I think.
I
Wow.
know. That's a 2 and a 6.
Pretty full house in my books.
Skipper throws his cards down. Damn it! Why do I even play with you? You're always cheating, Wilbert.
Skipper, why do you have 12 cards? And he...
Look, because he had a full house, so I had to fill my house up with cards to try and match his, but I didn't make the...
He went bust. It's the problem.
It's literally 12 aces. Why do you have
Well, I
12
mean,
aces?
We've
That
been
was just a
trying.
get out of jail free card.
Yeah. Look, we
No.
had to.
This
We
one's
had
an
to-
Uno reverse card. What is that even doing?
Yeah, honestly, I don't even know where that one came from. We just found it sitting on a table one day, and we were like, "Aha, another card!"
And like
that-
a
is
literal
this a
Monopoly
Blue
get
Eyes
out
White
of jail
Dragon?
free card.
So what's happening with Narcy in the woods?
yeah.
Yeah.
Just
So-
having your period, guys.
Jeez. God, so nosy.
I am
It's a
going.
magical time in a young girl's life when she blossoms into a true woman, and we should not mock her. We should be supportive. Maybe somebody go get her some flowers or something.
The desire to burn people increases each step she
That-
takes.
You're
Is
not
a
here.
she can just feel it.
Look, we played a whole
Increasing
game of cards
sympathy for the
before.
emulator within.
Ah man, I probably should.
Avion, did you ever think that the third most useful person in the group that you'd be traveling with would be a 7-year-old child?
I can't say that I did, no.
How old is Narcy even?
She's like 11 or 12. I can't remember what I made her.
I think you said 12 before.
It probably. I think I wrote it down somewhere.
Age has become a not strong suit for me since being bitten.
He ages in dog years.
So incredibly fast, and he'll be dying any day now. But yes, Narcy will go out into the woods and she'll put the book in front of her and say, I've given up trying to contact you, but I really need your help, Paylor. I can't stand this shit anymore. Just I need to talk to somebody. And I don't know what else she'll do, because that's about all she's willing to do.
Did
I
you
imagine
just
her
ask-
like kicking a pine cone.
No,
did
she'll
you just
kick the
ask
fucking book.
immolator to talk to their manager?
Yes.
And then Sisyphras wanders into the clearing with a wise look in his eyes.
Be easy,
Hello,
my
And then
child.
Grass wanders behind Marcy. He sees this enormous flash of light.
A burning bush talks to Sisyphras, but Narcy thinks it's talking to her.
This is the other celestial warlock linked to Paylor.
Oh my
Uh,
god.
It's like when somebody's talking on the phone and you think they're talking to you.
yeah, exactly.
I really want
Of
to
course,
see.
Paylor. I'll make sure to do what you say.
I really want to see a donkey shoot an eldritch blast now.
Sisyphus is a paladin of Paylor.
He would, but he's too stubborn.
Oh god.
No, this light shines in front of you. It's blinding for a second, and then this big figure appears in front of you. She's blue with hair that's white and kind of billowy like clouds, and she has white wings, and she's got like this white and gold like dress and gold eyes, and she looks down at you and she says, "You only had to ask."
God, I can't stand this. I don't even know what he is. Why do you require me to be attached to this thing at the hip?
There must be safeguards on the immolator.
And those safeguards require him murdering a person in their sleep.
You allowed him to do this thing.
How am I to stop him? It's just like he takes over and then it's fucking done.
The immolator is a force of. You must use Paylor's teachings to dissuade him.
God. Hang on a second. I need to figure out what I'm saying right now.
It also kind of looks like daytime in front of you right now.
Well, that's understandable.
She's got like the sunshine
Right, like the
behind
forest over
her.
there?
Birds are singing.
So I guess you're going to say if Narcy is impressed, she's not trying to show it at the very least. So I suppose you'd be you'd be in the you'd agree with the clerics and priests back at the temple wanting me to be shut in for another how God knows how long studying scripture.
The power of the immolator was meant to be used.
At least we somehow tangentially agree on one thing. I need to think again. Why didn't you show up sooner? Did I ask that already?
You didn't ask sooner. I come when I am called.
I'm trying to think of what I keep saying this. I'm sorry.
No, this is a fun character. I like this one.
I can't seem to find anything to to be angry about because I'm a rational human being playing a somewhat irrational human being.
Yeah. Guidance was given to you through your tome.
Somehow I thought that it was skewed by the thinking of the immolator. God. Well, I suppose I'll try try this. God. What am I supposed to do?
You are the balance of the force of the immolator. Between your earthly form and his deific power, the balance must be reached. Temper his anger with the words of Palor.
Fine.
The pages of the book kind of flutter.
I wish I had known what I was signing up for before I did this.
None ever know the path ahead, but they must walk it.
Did it really require turning me into this, though? And she, gestures to herself.
She kind of tilts her head and looks you over. You are small.
Yeah.
But the potential will grow.
Ah, I'll see. I'll. She seems to be fuming right now.
You are a good fit for his fury.
I do. The one thing I appreciate about him is that he's not like this clerics at the temple, always wanting to shut me inside. Well, maybe I can do something about this. I suppose I should say thank you now.
There is no need. I am your guide.
By the way, you look an awful lot an awful lot like my companion, Avion. Is that a coincidence?
She like turns her head sharply and looks through the trees, and like you can't see anything in that direction, but her eyes flare. And she grins. She says, "No, I am not like the Genasi. I am a Deva."
I wouldn't want it going to his head. Alright, well, I suppose this is about as many questions as I have right now.
Should you think of more, call the name Riyadh, and I will answer.
Oh, great. I actually have to open my notes now. Okay. Where are you, notes? Do do do. This would be session 6. That is spelled R-I-A-N? Or is there more silent letters in there?
No, it's just Rian.
Wow. I'm smart. Alright.
Okay, yeah, Eric takes off in the middle of the light. I'm not gonna make you roll anything. Daylight in the middle of the nighttime. And you see this giant blue woman with wings floating over Narcy.
Narcy, get away from that mom.
That what? Hang on. I can't hear you over the sound of, deific energy.
Monster, leave Narcy. She's but a young girl.
I mean, she's my guide.
She tilts her head at you and says, "You've chosen an interesting companion."
Oh shit, this is not a monster. It's just a female avian.
She's not, but
They look the same.
She points
Narcy
at her wings.
sighs and says, "Yes, I've chosen very interesting people to hang out with, but there weren't
Are you an angel or something?
many other options."
I am a spiritual liaison for the Asim.
Yeah, and we just finished talking, so
Rad.
Groovy.
Mental.
Oh God, that word triggers me now.
Well, I guess I'll go back to camp.
Yeah, you probably
Getting
should.
murdered by... You know what? No.
What did you say? You said, you know what? No.
You know what? No, I'm gonna stay here.
Is there something wrong with your internet or something?
I don't think so.
Are you interested in the teachings of Palor?
No, not really. More into the moonlight.
Again, interesting people I hang out with. Great. Well, that's all the questions I have for you, so I don't want to keep you.
You walk a thin line.
How-
Your path teeters between damnation and ballot.
She talking to you or me?
I wonder. And she's like,
I've already talking to me.
I understand. She.
Remember the deal you have made, Narcy.
God.
You will see me again. And then she just poofs, and nighttime returns.
Eric? Narcy? Did you find Narcy? Hello?
I found her.
It's gotten really dark all of a sudden.
Yeah. She summoned a fucking angel.
You
Wait, that sounds awesome!
She was rude. She said I was damned.
Well,
Sounds
damn.
like a real angel then.
Avion, I don't think you're a genie. I think you're an angel that got its wings clipped.
No, he's
Whoa.
not.
Avion
Oh my God,
wanders into the clearing using the palm of his hand as a flashlight.
You're blowing my mind right now. He is an angel whose wings are clipped?
No.
Avian, is this true?
He's not.
I'm pretty sure I'm a genie.
You looked
Wow.
just like the angel, just without wings, dude.
Which I did not plan. And I think it's better that way.
I don't think you saw what you think you saw.
He didn't.
Yeah, it was probably just that shiny blue lady who was making all the light out there.
I mean, I've never met my father, but I'm pretty sure he wasn't a shiny blue lady.
Maybe. Never mind, I'll save it for later. Avion, I need to talk to you in private later.
Alright.
Oh, hey, Narcy. I'm sorry for being so hard on you. I didn't realize that you were going through so much. And so Wilbert suggested I do something nice, and he hands you a bouquet of flowers with ferns woven into the flower stems to make it a rigid bouquet.
That's actually really nice. I do not know why you have done this.
You will see that Wilbur also has a bouquet, but it's much nicer, and he's keeping it.
Okay. Why did
Yeah,
you
Wilbert actually managed to find like a rose or two.
Skipper found it. It's all his doing.
Yeah. I rolled really well on my nature check.
Yeah, you got some nice smelling things. You found some wisteria, some like lilies. It's pretty nice.
So why
No, it's okay. You don't need to thank me. Just take this for what it is, a nice gesture. Enjoy the wonderful fragrance and the beautiful visage, and and just maybe it will help you pass the
Congratulations on your period.
time. Skipper looks. He's wholesomely smiling at you. Like there's almost like tears welling up in the corner of his eye.
I'll be right back. I'm going
I can just imagine the immolator being like, "Do you want me to
I think I'm going to go out into the woods and burn something. I'll be right back.
Hey, we haven't
already
started
in the woods.
fire. Yeah, if you wanted to start the fire, hey, where are you going? Okay, just be careful.
Yes, and it's at this point she takes off her bloody robe. And I'm guessing that she can. She didn't have her cloak on at the time she killed that guy, but she takes off her robe and burns it.
So now what is Narcy wearing?
Common clothes, because you don't wear, nothing underneath of a robe.
You don't?
Unless
I
you're
mean,
a
mean,
that's
of
male
course
personal
waifu.
choice.
I mean, I was an altar server for a while, and we never wore nothing under our robes.
Back
She's
in the
12.
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah, if you're 12.
Does that mean like you always wore something, or is that like Southern, like I ain't never worn nothing?
No, it was like when we
depends on the type of robes.
yeah.
Generally, you wear stuff under robes.
Depends on the robes, though.
Yeah.
We're just
I'm pretty
going to
sure
say
monks
that
don't wear anything underneath their robes except for like undergarment.
okay,
Bathrobes, for example, you don't usually wear much under.
That's true.
for the sake of Narcy, we're going to say the type of robe she was wearing, you wear clothes under.
Yeah, the type of robes you were wearing, you would wear clothes under.
Yeah.
And
But
I
she
need
also has a separate bathrobe for when,
So just don't get blood on these clothes.
to okay. I'm going to go use the restroom real quick. I'll be right back.
Avion.
he's gonna go get a bathrobe.
Yes.
I don't trust Narcy anymore.
Why is that?
She summoned a fucking angel.
Do you not like angels?
I don't have anything wrong with angels, but she's way more powerful than she's letting on. She could have easily demolished that bandit camp, and she made us do all the work. This is some bullshit.
Hmm.
She's not carrying her weight.
She should be carrying us, not the other way around.
Yeah, not Sisyphus carrying her.
Look, I'm not saying that we ditch Narcy or anything like that. I'm just saying.
Well,
This is some bullshit.
as long as she's on our side, I suppose.
I don't think she's on our side.
But
Her
she's
angel-
not against us.
Her angel threatened me with damnation or some shit.
No, I wasn't there, so I didn't hear that part.
Or maybe the angel was threatening Narcy with damnation. I was only paying half attention. I was just kind of sitting there to be an ass because Narcy was being rude.
I mean, that's kind of what angels do, though, isn't it? Threaten damnation unless you turn to worship whatever god they represent.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, in the end, all you can do is pick one and hope that one takes you into their afterlife, I guess? I don't know.
Yeah, fuck it.
All right, I'm back.
No, we were having a very philosophical, religious conversation.
That ended with me saying, ah, fuck it.
Perfectly acceptable response to religion.
I usually just worship Thor.
It was one of the best in-game discussions of religion like I've ever heard. Like actually discussing the in-world religion.
Yeah, I don't know if Avion's religious or not. Is there like a god of knowledge or something?
Oh yeah.
It has to be.
There's several of them, I'm
probably.
sure.
He'd probably pick one and roll with it.
I just worship Thor.
Is that the god of thunder?
I don't know. He's like a god of hammers or something.
God
That
of
sounds
Smith.
cool.
Narcy comes back in her common clothes.
Narcy, where'd your robes go?
I burned them. They were covered in blood, and I got tired of smelling blood all the time.
This
I
is
think
not
you
the
might be
life for
wrong
you
line of
then.
work.
Right.
Well, I got tired of being covered in a person's blood that really didn't deserve to be killed.
Don't you know how to prestidigitate that sort of thing away?
No, I don't. Did
Oh,
you?
neither do I. Nope.
Huh.
Damn it.
I might.
I've been covered in blood for weeks.
I had to min-max that
there's
one
a
out in my
river
build,
like right next to
unfortunately.
you guys.
Someone's like touching their amp cord or something.
Yeah, there's some.
I chose to force push things instead of prestidigitate, and so far that's been working out, so.
I chose to have things burst into flames whenever I feel like it, so. Or, well, that really wasn't a choice, but don't don't have any issue with it.
I chose to drink.
Good for you.
It's how he
Thank-
honors Thor.
Thank you. Narcy, we need to talk about something that happened today.
What, do you want to talk about my the Deva that you saw?
Yes.
Why do you want to talk about it?
I feel like if you have the ability to summon angels and we're fighting like hundreds of bandits and several of them escape, you probably should have summoned an angel to kill the escaping bandits. That way we don't have anybody like after us in the future. Just, for future record, could be a useful ability to apply in some scenarios.
She's my guide, and I'm assuming because of celestial BS, she's not allowed to give me any form of, like, she's supposed to help me in a less tangible way than killing people on the spot.
You've confirmed this?
I'm going to assume this.
I'm not asking for assumptions, Narcy.
I'm not going to call upon my Deva to kill people.
Why?
The Deva of a god of life.
A god of life?
Yes.
I thought you were worshipping a god of light.
They're very closely related.
That's a useless fucking Deva, isn't it?
No. Well, I have no clue. I haven't really I haven't really tested the effectiveness of what she's told me yet, so
Well, let me just put this scenario out there, okay? You're about to get murdered by a bandit at the bandit camp because your good buddy, Avion, didn't somehow manage to survive the fall and that he had Skipper and
an ally, let's just say an ally.
no, this is Skipper
I
that
am
almost...
slightly confused by the situation.
I've had a drink. Now listen, it was Skipper that almost died because they kept shooting arrows. And he's dead now because you wouldn't try to call your guide to save him.
Yeah, that really sucked how I died.
You see, this is why you learn magic from books, the normal way. It's much less complicated in the long run.
Yeah.
Hang on a second.
That's why you learn magic from getting bitten.
How much do I know about, like, do we have a divine gate or whatever? I don't know much about that.
No, there's no like specific divine gate. The gods have like their own domains where they spend most of their time. But they send like representatives because if they came themselves then they would be like super busy.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and well, there goes that explanation that they can't come through the divine gate. So would I have studied somewhere a reason why a Deva might not help you, or is that something I have zero experience in because that doesn't happen very often?
Make a religion check.
Oh,
Nah, you know deep down that the Deva would definitely have helped you out, and that you definitely chose not to use it out of spite.
Where's my religion?
Also, until this past like 15 minutes, you didn't know you were capable of summoning one.
Yeah, that's true too.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Okay, yeah.
They probably don't come every time you call.
Well,
Sure
I
they
mean, let's
do.
listen. Let's listen to my religion check before we, jump to conclusions.
Yeah, so Let's see, is this about the Deva or about like?
About like I don't know. Like I'm trying to run my knowledge banks. Like I guess it would be about Devas in general. I because I don't know if I would ever have read something with this specific Deva in it.
Yeah, you haven't heard any specific mentions of Rion, but in general, Deva act as like more like spiritual guides or let's see. They mostly don't get involved with things. They'll like help you along with the path that you are supposed to be taking, but it would take something pretty extreme to make one help out in combat.
So yeah, she would
Because
not.
Deva can be killed.
She likely wouldn't come to my aid if I asked her. She would tell me the best, what she thinks the best course of action is. She would tell me, um, like, she would say to follow the word of Paylor, probably some other religious BS, but she wouldn't help me in
Flip to the right
combat.
page in your book.
Yeah, you can find the answer on page 3,780,000.
By the way, did you know there was an index back here?
On page undefined. So yeah, she'd relate that information to you guys.
Yeah, because there's a finite number of them and they can be killed, so she would probably not endanger herself.
I doubt she would have been killed by bandits. We didn't even die to bandits.
Well, then she definitely wouldn't get involved because that's not extreme enough to warrant
Well,
her.
Some of us came kind of close.
Yeah, Skipper.
Oh gosh.
Avion, didn't you almost die too?
Yes. I'd say I was about 3/4 of dead.
Huh?
I mean, it's fine. Don't worry about it. I mean, I don't need your crazy angel to save me. The Cat Lord protects.
Besides,
He
you
looks
have.
very uncertain about that.
I'm pretty sure I protected you by jumping on that guy.
He also protects. I'm sure it is by the cat god's will that we met up on our ways.
Probably.
I.
I'm out of whiskey. Can we get to town?
We have to.
I thought we were stopped for the night.
Yeah, so we're sleeping right now
Why?
because
You
we're.
don't even
Dark.
sleep.
We've been traveling all day, and it's time to sleep.
Narcy doesn't sleep though. She can lead the cart during the night.
I still have to rest.
I don't think Sisyphus can carry all of us while we sleep.
And I think that the Sisyphus needs to sleep as well.
All right.
Maybe.
Good night.
I don't know. That's not prudent.
I lay down in brambles.
They are all over your clothes.
It's fine. I'm protected.
Look at him, he's sleepy because he knows he's so safe in that bramble patch. It's like the calmest night ever for him. Wilbert lies down next to him.
Eh.
I don't know
Avion
how.
attempts to find
He
somewhere
does
to
that
sleep.
thing that dogs
totally
do when they're
filled with
sleeping, like they kick a little.
Well,
Yeah, Eric's not a quiet sleeper by any means.
wait, Wilbur, are you going to take first watch or not?
Oh, fuck, that's me. Alright. I'm up.
And then the night proceeds as normal. Unless it doesn't.
Who knows?
And so
No,
the
the night's pretty
party
quiet.
thought the night proceeded as normal, but little did they know they were wrong.
They were watched by a little blue firefly.
Pervert.
Perfect. Uh,
Good morning, everybody, to town.
Indeed.
to town.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's not hard to get Skipper up. He's ready to go.
Narcy sits on the back of the wagon and begins to read again.
Come on, Sister Fraz, you're a good boy. You good boy. Guys, have you ever noticed how good of a boy Sister Fraz is?
Oh yeah. He's such a good boy.
A good boy.
He's a good boy.
He like leans his head towards you for some ear scratches.
Oh, I'm scratching his ear the whole time.
With Lefty's right arm, or whatever it is.
No, of course not. I wouldn't touch that dirty thing on Sister Fraz's fair skin.
I should have burned that too last night.
I'm really enjoying RPing the donkey, by the way.
Well, we know what your next character is. If Avion dies, you get to play Sister Fraz.
Can be an awoken Sisyphus.
Paladin of Baylor.
Paladin of the Cat God for some reason.
Look, he's a very popular god where I come from.
He's secretly been sacrificing yarn and fish.
Where'd all our yarn go, guys? Damn it, Skipper!
Nowhere? No. What? Why are you looking at me? He has like bits
Alright.
of yarn attached to his claws.
Yeah, we go to town. I want to. Is there guards like at the front of the town?
Yeah. There's also a wall. Not super well maintained or very tall, but there's a wall there.
Hello, I am First Deputy Eric Trollbane. I'm here to bring stolen wares back to their possessors.
Hello, it's me, Wilbur. Hello.
We
Well,
thought you was dead.
I have been on a mission of top secret orders. And we have returned. I have captive here. I have evidence in this little pouch.
That's not a
We
captive
are-
anymore. You deputized him.
He is both. He is a captive and a prospective officer. He has turned a new.
Alright, you better go and talk to Sergeant Melvin.
Right.
Where's the trade wind place?
Well, that's right by the ports, but
Thank you. I go. I start just leading Press into town.
he keeps talking, but you don't hear him.
Boy, that one, he talks way too much.
That's chatty Kathy there.
Avion probably has his hood thrown up at this point.
Oh yeah.
And funky background music.
She'll. Narcy will look up from her book and be like, "Oh yeah," and then put her hood up as well.
You don't have a hood anymore. You burned
Yeah,
it.
you
Oh
burned it.
yeah, burned it. Sweet. Okay. Wishes she had a hood, but you know, at least
We
she
should
does.
probably get Narcy a new hood. She looks sad back there.
Why do you even buy child-sized clerical robes?
You get them
Do
from.
they have to be clerical robes?
You get them from the temple, but we're not going to the temple, so yeah.
I could stop at the temple.
And you're going to go in there and buy child size, or not buy, but request child size clerical robes.
Yeah.
and you don't
I
think.
fail to see where this could go wrong in the slightest.
I'm pretty sure they are looking out for me right now, and I don't want to go back right now. So, let's avoid the temple.
I'll just lie my way into getting them.
Yeah.
Please
So,
don't.
Portsmouth is not the cleanest city. It
I love
smells
this town.
like salt and fish and like loose trash that hasn't been carried away. Lots of boarded up houses here on the edge of it.
I hate this town.
I've never been
It's
here.
just like home because it is home.
This is like the shittiest place I've ever been to.
Are all the towns up here such shitholes?
No, where I come from's awesome.
Me too.
Well, where I came from.
Hey, Skipper, where's your ship?
It's down at the port. We'll have to, make our way.
Perfect, we're going to the port right now.
Perfect. Oh, great. Here, let me just go ahead and make sure I get everything ready.
No,
Make
it's
sure
okay.
that-
Just chill with us. That way you can be there to negotiate for us. You're our best negotiator.
Oh, sure, no problem.
By the way, the bouquet you gave me last night is not enough of a bribe to overlook crimes.
Wait, what?
What
Who's going to
crimes?
commit crimes?
He knows what I'm talking about.
We have a city guard with us.
Yeah,
Skipper is a good boy. I don't know what you are insinuating.
yeah, Skipper's a really good boy. Who's a good boy?
He's a good boy. Yes,
I am a
he is.
good boy.
Good boy.
What is all this about?
Her eyes pierce your soul. She gives you one of those looks.
His soul, like if you looked into it, it's him frolicking on a beach. there's
Drawn in crayon.
Yeah. Like
It's just like animated with 2 frames of motion. It's
yeah. He looks really happy though.
well. I hope he. All right.
There's like a little boat in the background.
We
No.
go to the trade company.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. It isn't too hard to find because it's actually a pretty well building. Toward the port, and there's a sign out front.
Is there like guards outside of it? Like, or like maybe like men they hired to guard the building?
Not immediately visible.
Cool. I walk in the building with Sisyphras.
With the donkey.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, there's this woman at the desk. She's wearing like a leather apron over a basic dress, and she's like stops whatever she is writing, and she goes around the counter and says, "Wait, no, you can't bring that in here.
Why?
He'll crack the floorboards and track in mud, and you can't bring him in here.
He's a good boy.
He can have apples outside."
No,
Why are we antagonizing this woman?
I'm not antagonizing anybody. He can't have apples. He's on an all grass diet right now. Secondly, we have something that's very valuable to you all. Please send out whoever is looking for their lost wares.
You stay right there. Stay. And she goes around back behind the counter and flips through some papers. I don't see a record of any lost or misappropriated goods.
Then your records are incorrect.
That is not possible. We have
It's-
clerks and
Then your clerks are
attorneys.
lying.
Well, then maybe this.
Do you all do business with bandits?
Of course not.
Then why did the bandits we clear out have boxes with your label on them that aren't stolen? Hmm.
I'm going to go and get manager.
Yeah, that'd be a great idea. Thank you.
This was a bad idea.
Guys, I think we could take the manager if it comes down to it.
Please don't kill the manager.
We may have to kill the manager in RC.
Oh my god, why am I here?
'Cause this is where your god wants you to be.
I think it's because it's where my god wants him to be.
It's where all of you guys' gods want you to be.
Oh no, I am where her god wants me to be. She is where my god wants her to be.
That's very
I think
nice that
my
that
god
worked
wants
out.
me to get all this stuff we found sold or returned to its proper owners for a reward.
I'm gonna be right
Then
back.
go buy some stuff.
My god just wants me to go get drunk.
That's a wise god.
Maybe find a woman to lie up next to.
I'm gonna go use the restroom. I'll
Very
be right
wise.
back.
Then kill stuff. Guys, I don't actually ever read any scripture. My god doesn't really have scripture like you guys' gods do.
Oh yeah, my god definitely has scripture.
Mine might, but I don't need it.
Yeah.
Yeah, reading fucking sucks.
Now that I disagree with.
Nerd.
So how does copying spells into a wizard spellbook work?
Any spell that you find, be it a scroll or a other wizard spellbook, you can copy over as long as it's a spell that wizards can cast. It
Neat.
just costs gold
Yeah, it's 50 gold.
per spell level. So a second level spell is 100. Third level spell is
Yep.
150.
Wonder how much we're gonna get from all this nonsense.
Probably nothing. We're probably about to get
Yeah,
into
it's
a
probably
fight.
about to be taken from us.
Yeah, it's definitely not going to happen. I'm pretty sure we can take the manager.
That's gonna start a domino effect, though.
I don't ever need to come back to this town. This town sucks.
Oh, I'm getting fired, aren't I?
Yeah, 100%.
It's
I mean-
amazing you haven't already been fired.
I don't think
Yeah,
any of us really want Wilbert to leave the party and go back to his day job, but it is an option for his character.
I definitely don't want Wilbert to leave.
Me neither.
Wilbert's
yeah.
like
No.
by far my favorite character.
I'm back.
Hello.
Hey, welcome back.
Right, so the woman comes back down the stairs and around to the counter again, leading a taller man.
How tall?
What?
How tall?
Like taller than her. He's like almost 6 feet.
Okay, so way shorter than me still.
You're still the tallest.
Okay.
Ego is safe.
Yeah, he's got like
Mhm.
a gray tweed suit with like a kerchief and some glasses, and he goes over to you and puts his hand out for you to shake it.
I enjoy tentacles, and I shake his hand.
Hello there. I am Roth Handelsby, the head of this outpost of the Trade Winds Merchant Coalition. I run into some of our goods in a scuffle with some bandits.
I did, and there's some very interesting things in those goods if you catch my drift.
I see. If you join me in the back room, I think
Only
we
if
can discuss
Sisyphus
them.
can come with me.
I'll stay
He
with the donkey.
cannot.
Alright. Sure, we'll stay with the dog.
I'll stay outside as well.
I will come in
I-
for the meeting because I have much to say.
Alright, Skipper, you're with me as well.
What was?
Okay,
This
no
is-
problem.
This is Skipper. He is my negotiator.
It is nice to be meeting you, unless it is
Avion.
not so nice, in which case I retract
here.
that statement wisely.
Avion,
He's a wise man.
What?
are you
Yeah,
sure it's a
so-
good idea to let those three negotiate for our party?
Which three of you are
Probably.
going to negotiate?
Me, Skipper, and Wilbert.
Oh, yeah, that'll go great.
Dream team.
One of us is going to have to go with them.
I have faith in Eric. I don't want these crates to get pilfered while anyone else is inside.
Well, yes. Oh God.
Unless you want to like hard swap and I stay out with the crates and you go in Avion, you be out here.
Whoa.
I don't want to go in.
Alright,
Skipper, by the
perfect.
way, has this look on his face. He has the slyest look on his face. Like his eyes are like half closed, and he has like a crooked grin on his face, and he's just acting real cool and smooth.
Well, I
I-
definitely trust you two to keep the cart safe, so I will go talk to this man now. Sir, come with
Avion
me.
doesn't have nearly as much leverage on this guy as Eric does anyway.
Yeah, I actually know a lot more about this than you guys.
Exactly.
Yeah, so he leads you to a small office off the like there are a lot of rooms back here, but this looks like his office and it's got some chairs in it.
Wilbert, keep guard of the door, please.
What's her face goes and she comes back with like a little platter of tea.
Please bring this tea to our guests in the main hall with the donkey.
I would like a cup before you go.
Wilbert would like a cup before you go.
5 sugars.
Narcy would have led the donkey outside of the main hall once you
What?
left.
Wait, what?
But the main what?
We'll deal with this later.
Yeah, we don't.
Whatever.
She just sighs and
I'm
she goes to
joking.
take the other people some tea.
So, missing wares.
Missing
Yeah,
wares
well,
indeed.
I would be very interested to see which wares exactly were.
I
Okay,
have
what
my
about
sample
back
pouch.
here? I could just
Yes.
tell him.
No. It's
No.
better that we show him. Wilbert,
I
here,
have
show him the
is
goods.
proof of quality. And I open up the pouch of random spices.
There's
This
much more
appears
of
to
that, but of course.
Wafted around a
be
bit.
a single seasoning pouch.
So,
There's some good stuff in there. I
There
forget
was-
what.
Very strange
Nutmeg?
combination of spices.
There was
Cinnamon?
5 yards of linen, 2 yards of silk, a couple pounds of saffron, many pounds of salt and peppercorn, a couple pounds of cinnamon, and a strange green powder
Oh, I forgot about the green powder.
hidden in a secret compartment.
He like reaches into the pouch and pulls out like a few threads of saffron and a few peppercorns and kind of sniffs them and looks over his records. We did have what you'd call a little bit of an outsourcing. We don't trade all of our own goods. Part of our means of lowering our prices, as the guard would know. We do have the best prices in Portsmouth. We don't have our own merchant fleets or our own caravans. We send our goods along with others who are traveling in the directions where we need them to go.
Fantastic.
So if these have been stolen, as you seem to be sure of, then they must have been stolen from one or two of those caravans.
Yeah, I
The
completely agree.
two transporting spices and fine cloth. So I'll just look this up here. And he like pulls a book out from under his desk and like starts flipping through it, and it's all just numbers.
Skipper looks over it, but he does not discern anything of value from it.
Yeah, it's all
But
just
he-
like it's like an accountant book.
But he definitely looks over it, though.
Yeah. So that would be a nomadic caravan heading near an elven border city. And another caravan heading towards I forgot the city name. Kithra.
Yes, that checks out. I see it right there on the paperwork that you are looking at.
I would appreciate it if you did not cover all
I am sorry, it is hard for me
finances.
not to with my incredible cat-like eyes.
He closes the book.
Yeah, so
At
between
any
the
rate, we would be grateful to have our supplies back.
yeah, we
I'm
don't play in.
assuming that you have dealt with these bandits and that they are no longer an issue.
They are at least half dead.
Look, we don't play in gratefulness, and we don't play in minced words. There's more than just saffron and silk in that caravan. You're gonna have to pay to get it back.
Skipper nods.
Well, of course, an agreement could be arranged.
Then yeah, we killed a bunch of the bandits. They're not gonna fuck with you guys.
That helps. It's a point in your favor. What were you hoping to
500
gain?
gold.
500.
And if you could sign this piece of paper saying that we have saved your goods and Wilbert did a wonderful job, that would be lovely.
He opens the book again and flips through it. And how much of each of these did you say you found?
Several pounds of each.
Skipper nods.
That looks to be in value. You can tell he's doing like some mental math.
Hmm.
Less than a fifth of what you are asking.
Yeah, if we're just talking about the linen, the silk, the saffron, the salt, the peppercorn, and the cinnamon, but that's not what you were really trying to transport in those caravans, now was it?
I don't catch your meaning.
The green powder at the bottom that we've talked about earlier.
Well, there are certain herbs that crumble in transit.
That's not an herb that crumbles in transit, buddy.
I don't believe I know what you're insinuating.
I'm not
I also-
insinuating anything in front of a town, but we know what is in that cart, and it is much more valuable than one.
Also, we cleared out the bandit problem for you, so, you could also compensate us for that work.
For the bandits and the goods. I would be willing to give you, we'll say 150.
175, and we'll leave you the rest of the day.
But we will be back tomorrow for the rest of it.
Probably not. We're probably gonna leave town if we get paid.
He calls for his the desk woman. He says, are they still in our entryway with the mule?
I
I don't
mean,
know. Avion wouldn't have moved. Cole, are we still in the entryway with the mule?
Why would
Cole let it out.
I would lead it out front, like where the woman told us to put the donkey. Why would
She says, no, but there are several hoof prints in the floor.
That'll buff right out. It's fine.
She says, yes, I can do 170 if you bring the goods and do not return.
Deal. I put out my hand to shake.
Yep, he shakes your hand.
Skipper
And-
eyes him up and down, glaring at him, but then his face softens and he smiles.
He goes to a safe in the corner of the room and takes out, measures out like the amount of gold into like an extra little pouch he had and hands it to you.
Cool.
And then he like stops at the last second and pulls back. So these goods, they are on your cart?
Yeah, I'll go get them for you.
That would be wise.
Narcy didn't take the donkey too far away.
I go out. I'm like, Avion,
Hmm?
can you disc me?
Ah, yes, of course.
How
Avion begins ritual casting Tenzer's floating disc.
Shit, this takes forever. Never mind.
So Wilbur and Skipper just awkwardly
Yeah.
10 minutes in there with the
Hey,
us.
Hey,
So,
Wilbert.
I bought one of your compasses. It's really good.
I got this pack of cards. Let's play a quick round of.
All the stuff.
Actually, if we had anticipating moving cargo today, maybe we can retcon that Avion has it prepared.
Yeah, because you knew already that you guys were going there and you were waiting out.
I
Alright,
mean,
sure.
I have an alternative
Avion
idea.
snaps his fingers and a Tenzer's floating disc appears.
You could just
Sweet.
bring the cart in, but
I'm load on. Like, all right, Avion, let's walk this shit in.
Yes, indeed. Avion walks that shit in.
Where do you want this stuff?
Oh, just over in the corner will do.
Oh,
Avion,
the disc
can you put
doesn't
it
like
over in that?
corners. I'll do my best.
He goes
It
and
like
like looks
follows
through the
10
bags.
feet behind you.
You know what? Tensor's floating square would have been more.
Or like Tensor's floating box.
You have to play around the downsides of Tenzers, man.
can I push it?
Wow, I had no idea Sisyphus had that spell.
Oh, whoops. That's just his cart, don't mind me.
Sisyphus.
Actually, the only spell it's just follow 10 foot behind people spell.
Sisyphus's floating disc.
Can we, guys? I really want to try to turn this camp Sisyphus into a deity eventually.
We can start by at least making a phylactery for him.
Yeah.
Yes, the warlock of Palor assisting her companions in creating a phylactery. That sounds like a recipe for not being eternally damned.
Is there not like a divine version of a phylactery? Is there no way to do that?
Look, all we gotta do is to suppress necromancy.
Well, from what I can understand, a phylactery requires souls, and Paylor it probably wouldn't look too kindly upon, destroying people's souls for energy.
Oh, I didn't
What if
realize
they're-
you needed souls. I thought you just
Yeah,
had to
you
use
do.
your own soul.
No. What if we destroy bad people's souls for energy, though? Cool.
I
Loopholes.
I don't want to think about this right now. Let's.
Immolator approved, guys.
Yeah, the immolator would approve of that.
Well, yes, he would, but I'm supposed to be the counterbalance, apparently. So
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, well, don't worry.
I-
We'll make it work.
I peace out with that monies.
Yeah, he looks through all of the bags and everything just to make sure it's all there, and then he gives you the money.
Ah, the power of wholesale.
That was
Thank
way
you for
easier than
doing
when we.
business with us.
This was way easier than when we sold those livestock.
Indeed.
Man, it was so hard to sell Goatee.
By the
Oh,
way,
what's the whole?
I never mentioned or gave the gems.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Yeah.
Keeping them,
Heck yeah.
grinding them
Oh,
up,
no.
and snorting them.
175 gold.
Nice.
We
So how
need-
much does a boat
We need to
cost?
buy this by what?
A
5?
lot, probably.
Yeah, I know. I'm joking.
Yeah, I think like 20,000 gold probably.
Yeah, I know. They're super expensive unless I wanted a rowboat.
Well,
You could probably like rent a canoe
Start.
by now.
yeah, somebody want to do.
It's like 35 gold each, right?
It is 35 gold each.
Yeah, I can still do maths.
I got us an extra 25 gold by being annoying, guys.
Yeah.
He really wanted that mule out of his shop.
See,
If he didn't do it, I was gonna threaten that we would come back every day with that mule and put more marks on his floor.
see, Cole. Sometimes antagonists the way.
Yeah, but if you had been nice, he would have given you like a complimentary trade win or something.
Everyone's got their own style of negotiation.
He probably would have given us a free boat. I mean, not that we need one.
Yeah, we don't need one. You have a boat.
Yes, of course.
Hey, now.
I'm
what?
very curious to see Skipper's ship.
That was.
I
we could
do
down in
need
the
to go
port.
to my boss and make Lefty apply for his officer position.
Yeah, we should probably do that first, right?
And I have to get some new pair of shackles, and I have to put in all my notes and evidences and such.
I would
Surely
like to
we.
shopping as well.
Guys, look at this map I got. It's pretty sweet. Oh, also, I have these papers for bandits. I don't know if you guys want these.
What sort of papers?
I don't know.
Is it anything important or nefarious?
The maps show the caravan routes of the people who were transporting the trade winds goods.
I also have a map of Portsmouth
Yep, and a map of Portsmouth
and a diagram
and
burnt down.
correspondence between let's see, the Tradeswinds Company and the caravan suppliers. Also correspondence between the Tradewinds Company and the Oak Feather Bandits.
I also have a diagram of the fort we burnt down and 3 scrolls that I never. I give all this like paperwork to Avion. Except for I keep the map, or I keep the maps. Give him the rest.
Scrolls, you say?
Scrolls, you say? Yeah.
These are for you,
Not
Avion.
magical scrolls.
Oh,
Darn.
So
Can I get like a list of things that I now have sent to
Yeah.
me, please?
I'll type it out.
Appreciate. So did you read these?
No, I broke open a chest thinking there would be good stuff.
Instead, it was all paper shit, nerd stuff.
Well, yeah. I just like really didn't care at that point because I was still coming down off of like the that I went on the day like the couple hours prior.
Alright, so what are all these scrolls and the letter and the papers? I was not prepared to write them down the first time, but now I am.
Yeah, so one of the scrolls is a list of the things in one of the caravans. It pertains to mostly the spices. You can see that there are a lot more. They probably have sold it by now.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Does it mention any of the special spices that were in the bottom of the crates?
that one doesn't. The other scroll is of various kinds of fabric, also more than you found. The letter is in Thieves' Cant.
I'll pass that one off to Skipper since he knows how to read that.
Skipper knows how to read these, can't?
That's
Yeah,
what I said.
So,
Oh, sorry. My headphone cut out there for a minute.
It's all good.
yeah, that one says something along the lines of new shipments sent out on marked wagons. Included also special spice. Let's see.
Eric, I think we could have gotten a lot more money out of these people.
See to it that Cletus doesn't ruin this batch of recruits like he did the last ones.
well,
The eagle lands with its beak open and the worm clenched firmly in its talons. Oh, you wanted the translation, didn't you? Oh, okay, sure. So, and he relays to you what the message said.
Yeah, and it's just like a description of those particular caravans that are carrying the stuff.
Mm-hmm. So we very plainly have these bandits working in cahoots with the trade company themselves, basically.
Yep. At least
Eric, I think we could
somebody
have gotten a
involved.
lot more
Trade
money out of
company.
these people.
But I guess it's for the best that we dealt with them then. One less issue to plague this beautiful, terrible town.
At the very least, maybe they won't be coming after us anymore.
So, I guess we go and take care of the things that Wilbert needs to do. If you wanted to get any supplies, maybe you want to eat something while you are on the boat, you might want to have some of that.
They do a wonderful kale at the West Bar futon.
Oh no, I actually wrote this down. Where'd I put it?
And substitute whatever is actually accurate.
The salted hearth or the drowned tankard.
Ye- Both fine establishments.
The salted hearth would be the nicer one. It's also an inn. The drowned tankard is where like extremely drunken rowdy sailors would go.
That's the one probably talks about that.
Yeah, probably.
Sounds like a good place. That's the kind of place I like to hang. I want to say that's where we met. Hey, isn't that where I met you, Wilbert?
Yeah. It was ladies' night.
Oh, I remember. There were so few ladies around. Really odd.
Yeah, it's always like that.
No, they had like that one really old like cabaret person dressed in a really bad mermaid costume.
Old Wilhelmita, was that her name? She was out there, you know, swinging her saggy titties around, I guess.
Haunting the dreams of every young boy in the local area.
Oh, sounds like a lovely place.
Indeed.
If you throw enough money at her, she puts her clothes back on. It's much better.
Hey, Eric, does that map of yours have any other establishments listed on?
Yeah, the salted hearth is pretty good, and it's also an inn.
Maybe that's where Avion will stay.
Yeah, Narcy would follow.
Avion also wants to check out a magic shop if we have one.
I wouldn't be opposed
The
to
one
that.
thing I forgot to make an NPC for.
Haha!
Just steal Alec.
You can't escape.
Hello, my
You know
name
what? I'm
is...
stealing it. The tailor is now the magician person.
Oh, perfect.
Hello, my name is Gandalf the Grey. I run the magic shop.
Gandalf the Grey. I run the magic shop, and I'm also a very good tailor. That's how I made this beautiful.
He runs both
hat that
places
I
now.
have.
It's official.
It's
He's like in the middle of discussing an artifact with you, and you hear like a little ding ding, and he's like, "Oh, one second," and you like see him shuffle around to the other side of the store. You know, and
Puts
it's
on
like,
a different hat.
"Oh, yeah, oh yes,
Hi,
madam, your
Daniel.
dry cleaning is prepared. Here you go."
yes, Gandalf the White, because his shirts get so clean.
You know that I can get the stains out of your clothes because I go around in pristine white robes.
So wait, so he's a magic shop, a tailor, and a laundrette.
And I'm also not too bad at battling Balrogs.
God, I like how the first thing I think of when I think of tailor is like dry cleaners.
Yeah, those are very different things.
Yeah.
But I saw a
You know,
joke. And I-
diversify. It's good.
Oh, yes, Madam Godfrey. I've finished doing the alterations on your ballroom gown. I trust you'll find it satisfactory.
Ah, man of many talents. Oh my gosh.
Oh, I guess I should look up some magic stuff to stock this shop with.
That's probably a good idea.
Avion is
You
mostly
really
looking
loved
for
it.
spell scrolls. He doesn't really have much money for anything else.
You
I
put
made
the
up these
potato in the
great
top here.
NPCs for all of the stores, and I forgot that magic shops would exist.
You just put a potato in the top here, apply the lid, and smash down, and voila,
I'm
Juliet
playing a
Brown.
wizard. I have to
Stick.
collect spells like trading cards.
Oh, I see a discerning customer. Well, then perhaps you would like this. This is a scroll that tells you how to make a formidable creation known as bread.
Ooh.
That's very fancy.
It requires many material reagents such as yeast, flour, salt, and it will also take about 3 hours to prepare.
Oh yes, a 3-hour ritual.
You'll also need an oven Um, uh, it's a very specific ritual. Also, while the GM is still looking for things, can I interest you in this lamp? It once contained a genie.
Or this combination hookah and coffee maker.
Excellent. I've been wanting one of these.
Never breaks.
It reminds me of home.
God, yes.
Come on, there has to be a list in here somewhere.
I don't know. I always go for Don John.
Something is running across my roof.
Here's Sparkles.
Huh?
I sent the link in Dragon Gate stuff for you.
Oodioke.
Oh, darn. It says Magic Shop Generator, but it doesn't actually have Magic Shop as an option.
No, it doesn't.
That's annoying. Oh, if you go to the random generator on the left there, that one has magic items you can choose from.
Oh, okay, that'll work.
I'm sure we won't be in town very long after all, since Skipper has a boat ready.
Yes, I do have the boat ready.
Before we knows it, we're gonna be on the open ocean, salt in our faces, and the fish just flopping onto the deck, and we're gonna barbecue them up.
Well, okay. It takes a little more effort than just flopping on the deck for the fish, but yes, it's pretty easy.
Gonna be good.
Also, we should probably, you know what? We could head out anytime, really. That's fine. But I was going to suggest that we head out at the night because, you know, it's less
Well,
busy in the wharf.
I gotta go visit my bit before we leave, anyways. So I think we have to take another
And I'd like to look around the city for some clues. If some clues. I'd like to look around the city to see if there are any traces of who I'm looking for.
Who are you
None
looking
of these
for?
things actually have prices on them.
I'll get to that if I see anything.
What?
We can't help you look unless you tell us.
You just tell me who you're looking for.
I know many people in this town. I might know them.
I mean, I wasn't finding people and animals.
We'll wait till we get to a more private area.
Okay.
Yes.
Avion,
I
what's
found
your
the stuff,
ambition?
but they don't have any prices on them.
What's that?
What's your ambition?
Well, right now, I'm trying to return to my home so I can get back to my wizardly studies.
Oh, can't you just study wizardry here?
The good parts of this town look like the bad parts of the town where I'm
I
from.
don't mean in this town. I mean like better towns in the area.
I mean, technically, yes.
Wouldn't it be better
My-
just
my
to like
friends and
study
family-
out by doing things as a wizard? Couldn't you feel like practice your spells and see how different them by like using them actively, doing like normal things? Not like sitting in a tower reading all day. Wouldn't that be a more practical way of studying?
I mean, there is an argument for that, but
Just a thought. I'm not telling you what you're doing is wrong. You know.
I can.
Okay, fair enough.
my character motivation, Senko.
I can tell you, it's a lot more fun, you know, practicing spells out in the open than being stuck inside a library for, the better part of 11 years.
You and Avion are
That
literally
is an opinion that you can have.
realize. You two are that's really interesting.
My planned development for Avion is for him to have a love for the road grown as he goes along this journey. He realizes that he enjoys life on the road more than sitting in a dusty old tower. We can't rush this development, man.
Well, in that case, we
Yeah,
can't
let's
rush
take
getting
some
to
time.
your town because what's going to happen is
Guys, Skipper doesn't have a boat. We're not
we're
rushing
never
anywhere.
gonna make it.
We're not getting out of here soon.
what happens if you
lit-
what happens if you actually steal a boat? You ever
But
think
that's the
about
thing
that?
is, I do actually have a plan for this.
We're gonna
so-
stop at the Isles of Partey. We're gonna run into
Yeah,
pirates. It'll all be
there's
great.
loads of shit that'll happen. Somebody will be like, "Hey, you stole our boat."
Plus, we're not stealing the.
And be like, hey, you're
several
going to jail
sessions
now?
still.
and then Skipper will be like, throw everything we don't need overboard. We're gonna try to outrun them.
And that's when we lose Sister Press.
Yeah, that's when we hit the storm.
And then if Avion does make it all the way back to his hometown, he has to figure out why he got teleported all the way out here in the first place.
Mm.
And also, I still have to go visit my order before I can leave. So
Yeah.
that's gonna be like another probably. Correct.
Because it totally was just a harmless prank gone wrong from one of his friends.
Yes.
Nothing was done with any malicious intent whatsoever.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
I found
everyone
stuff.
loves him.
Avion's a pretty chill dude. I'd have a drink with them.
You did
In
have a
fact,
dream.
Eric already has.
Well, no, I'm saying me, not Eric. Eric's a cunt.
Alright, you go now.
Magic shop.
Magic
Woo.
shop.
Hello.
Trent probably
Gracious.
took longer than Avion's shopping will.
Hello. Magic shop. What is your name?
So the magic shop, the outside of it is all like tacky wind chimes and dream catchers.
I
The
hate this
inside
place.
Well, then you can sit outside.
and like crystals hanging from like in front of the windows, and it's all like random knickknacks mixed in with actual useful stuff. And behind the counter, there's this overweight woman with frizzy red hair, wearing this like tacky purple
I take
dress
back
and
my
big
intro.
jewelry.
I take back my intro wholeheartedly. Hey, Red, what's up?
She says, "Oh, hello. What can I interest you in?"
I don't know. We're here for your wares. And I wink at her.
What is
She
happening?
winks back at you
Oh my god.
in like the most obvious way.
I'm going to look around the shop while he is voraciously flirting with this person.
No, that's the end of my flirting.
No. Well, she's still going to roll her eyes and, like, look around the shop.
Yeah, so what would you have in the way of spell scrolls?
Well, for spell scrolls for you, I would have this one, and she pulls it out from like a display case. It is oh, what is it? She reads like the label on it. With this one, you can make everybody around you fall into a dreamless sleep. And with this other one,
That sounds useful.
Oh, crap.
Oh, dragon's breath. Yes, terrible breath, but quite a bit of damage to everyone in front of you.
That one gives me a strange sense of deja vu.
That sounds
I
useful.
can't help you with that.
Flashbacks to the memory of a kobold whose life was not his own.
Rest in peace, Tup. Oh, great. When do I... Where's my PHB? I need to figure out when I get my next invocation and whether I should...
Yeah. Is this the type of store where Avion could like be browsing around and on his own as well?
Oh yeah, it's full of like junk.
Yeah,
What you
Avion
got?
he starts browsing around looking for interesting stuff.
What you got for
There
me,
is
Red?
interesting stuff. No, it's like one of those like magic in quotation marks shops with like the little figurines carved out of gemstones and like snake oil, basically.
Shit.
Hey, Red, what you got for me?
Well, I'd hate to see you go dying there, so I do have these 2 healing potions.
Nah.
Those would cost you. Where is the price? So about 50 gold each.
How much would you sell the recipe for?
The recipe.
The recipe.
Well, that's a family secret.
How much are you willing to sell that?
Well, I wasn't too fond of family member.
That's true.
No, for the recipe, I would give you that for, say, about 125.
Too rich for my blood.
My blood's more in the copper range.
I wonder. Can Narcy only cast spells through her book? Let's just say yes.
Let's see, what else have we got?
I kind of want her to have a backup, like, spell focus, in case she can't use her book, but I feel like that's also an interesting mechanic.
Yeah, you see this shelf, it's like full of boxes of paper. There's a bunch of ink in like the gaudiest colors. It's like high quality ink, but in like pink and neon green. Um, there's incense. There are spell focuses here.
Foci, if you will.
Yes, those.
As for Wilbert, he said something about him being able to cast spells.
I think I'd like to keep it that Narcy can only cast stuff through her book.
Let's see. A box of arrows. Like, not even put in there, all in the same direction. It's just like they were shoved in there.
Were shoved in arrows.
Are they silvered?
No, they are +1.
Man, if only one of us had a bow, that would be interesting.
I can shoot a bow.
Well, you don't have a bow, do you?
All of these rangers you guys have been fighting.
I mean, anyone can shoot a bow. I can shoot a bow.
I can shoot a bow well.
I can't shoot a bow. Well, at any rate.
No, a bow would be way too big for you.
What
We
would...
need to get you like a hand crossbow.
I think that Narcy's fine with her own finger crossbow.
She does have a pretty powerful finger crossbow.
Shoots fucking lasers out of her hand, dude.
Yeah, really. Oh gosh, I'm not gonna buy that sleep scroll because I'm not gonna be able to transcribe it until like level
What spell is
7.
that actually? Is it just sleep?
Sparkles?
What?
Is that sleep the scroll you were talking about earlier?
Yeah, the sleep scroll is let me see. Yeah, that is 60 gold.
Ah, too expensive. Let's see.
Yeah. Any scrolls Avion buys at this point, he would not have enough cash left over to transcribe it anyway, so...
You need to borrow some money, buddy.
No, I'll be alright. Neither of these really piqued my interest in particular anyway.
Not even the nap scroll.
Yeah, not really. I prefer to just take them down in a straight fight than knock them out.
Wait, those are
Very, very
enemies,
different
those you
than
wanna get-
the.
I would like that sleep scroll, but I wouldn't be able to transcribe it for a long, long time. So,
Can't you only just transcribe rituals anyways?
you're right. Never mind. Fuck me. I'm gonna sit here for 10 minutes while you're running away to ritual cast sleep. Let's see. Yeah, I think that. Does she have any robes or anything like that? Maybe that's a better question for
She
a
does
tailor.
have like this one shawl that's got like really bad embroidery all over it.
Hell no.
What the
Oh, that's like a really good roll for me, and that still wouldn't put anybody out like full health.
what that Shaw do?
It's just a shawl.
+1 Shaw.
+1 shaw ugliness. It's +1 to
No,
ugliness.
it'll give you like a -1 to.
The +1 is saying that you have one shawl.
+1 to shawling.
You
It's
want
really
that,
good
Narcy?
at being a shawl.
Absolutely not.
They see me shawl and they hate me.
Okay,
Yeah.
so should we go to a tailor then?
But there are like a ton of wind chimes for like 2 silver each.
Avion?
Thinking
Where would
Well,
you put
that's
a
a wind
wind
chime.
chime?
on the card.
Avion's a wind wizard. Why would you try to take this from him?
But
I'll,
he's
I'll take a couple of wind chimes.
Just have them all over the car.
this is all we need. Going
been a
down the road in our cart and being
It's so
serenaded
soothing.
being serenaded by Wilbert and his kazoo or whatever he was playing.
Hey man, wind
Well, that's
chimes
what they're
aren't
for, is for turning Wilbert into a one-man band.
Oh,
I
much
like
as
wind
say they were
chimes.
peace.
Out of character.
Mhm.
Wind chimes are nice.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
wind chimes. These ones are real tacky though.
Oh, define tacky.
They're made out of
Garish colors, sort of tacky. Or...
Yeah, like they still make a nice sound.
Are they blue? Are they Avion colored blue?
There's a blue one in there.
Avion, you should get that and wear it as an earring.
Quite big for an earring, I think.
his
How much is it? Like 2 silver, you said?
Yeah.
Avion buys the blue wind chime.
Yeah, she boxes it up all nice and pretty for you. That'll be a nice match for you.
Yes, thank you.
I feel kind of racist for saying that to you, Avion. I apologize if that was racist.
It's alright, I'm quite used to it.
Good, because you're kind of weird looking.
I've known that my whole life. It's been hard to forget.
You all want to go get blitzed?
I mean, I don't have any better ideas.
Narcy, you're not old enough to drink.
Well, obviously I wouldn't get blitzed, but I mean, it will be interesting to see you all get drunk.
I mean, I'm supposed to go see the boss.
Until they are
but-
drunk enough that they don't notice her stealing.
I mean, this works for me. I love to get sloshed.
Wait, Narcy needs a new cloak.
And I still want to see the ship.
Don't worry, you'll see the ship soon enough. We're going to leave on it.
I'm curious, though.
What? Do you want to, like, inspect it for, like, what? Seaworthiness? Because I sailed
Rats.
over here with it.
I'm just curious to see it, that's all. We've spent so many days coming down here for just this purpose.
Oh, I know what it is. You want to see if the new sails showed up.
That too, yes.
I just want to see if it has rats.
I mean, it might, but, you know, that's not really the bad thing, because, you know, those things are tasty little suckers.
I'm pretty sure if it had rats, they would have been hunted to extinction already.
I don't know, every now and then they get in. I leave the ropes over so that they can climb on.
Tabaxi ships have rats on purpose.
Alright, why don't we go look at the ship and then we'll go to the tailor and then we'll go.
Well, look, we have lots of things to do. We need to go to the tailor for Narcy. We have to go to the station for Wilbert. You need to go talk to your
Wilbert's
guild
gonna probably
first or
do that
something.
in the morning, and my guild is like several days away. We'll check out the ship real quick and then we'll do all those things.
Sure. Yeah, so,
Let's
so
go to the ship.
we make our way to the docks.
Okay, yeah, the docks have a lot of fish merchants, like open air fish market. There is actually a small temple to the cat lord.
Praise
The
be to
Wharf
him.
Master. Lots of boats like coming in and out.
There she is. Isn't she a beauty? And he gestures vaguely at the docks.
This is the docks.
Yes, don't you see the boat out there? And he points vaguely at a bunch of boats.
Which one?
Oh, come on, you can't tell?
Well, what's its name? I'll go find it.
Yeah, what's her name?
Oh, it's bad luck to say the name until we're on the boat, but I mean, come on, you can't tell which one would be my boat? It's so personalized.
That one right there?
Not that one.
That one?
Sort of near it?
So
So
that
this one.
Yeah, that one there, that's it.
Oh, let's go on it real quick.
Sure.
You guys have fun. I'll be watching from a safe distance.
No, you're coming with us.
No, I'll be standing here.
We're proving a point right now, Narcy.
Yes.
No, I think I'll be fine standing here. You guys go have fun. It'll be fun.
Narcy, I don't think anyone is expecting anything different from what you're expecting.
No, I know.
Yeah, you should be a part of this. This is a team building exercise.
Oh, fine.
We could get on the skip ship, point it out.
I'm going to stand at the bottom of the ramp or whatever the hell.
I'm going to just roll deception to see how smoothly I pulled. Skipper looks very uneasy and like more than once lags behind you guys as you walk towards
Come on,
the ship.
Skipper.
This is
Oh,
a right
yeah, of
fine
course.
vessel.
Yes, of course it is. It's oh gosh, it's such a fine vessel. Yes, it's a great vessel.
Very obvious Nordic design.
Yes, I can see the influences that your culture has had on this boat. Um,
I
it
have to admit, I bought it elsewhere. It's not an original ship from the Isles of Partey.
It's a longboat. This is a Viking longboat.
It is indeed exactly what you just said.
I don't think
Literally-
you did a very good job on the sails, Avion. No offense, but
Yet those aren't
Yeah,
new
no, they are
sails.
exactly the same as before.
How do you know? What if they just look the same, but they're drastically improved?
They're
they're
weather.
Maybe
pretty
so. You
shit.
guys want to go take it out for a spin?
No, there's 4 of us, and sailing a longboat takes like at least 12 people.
And I'm not doing that amount of rowing.
And Narcy would be useless on that, so there's really only like 3 people that would row. And now I could probably handle like 2 sides at once because I'm a big boy, but then there's just you and Wilbert left over, and you're the captain. You're not supposed to be rowing. You're supposed to be standing up, making gestures, drinking, getting people motivated, whipping the slaves.
Yeah, that's the thing I normally would be doing. But
Also,
know-
if we was to go, I would need some ginger in hot water to settle my stomach so I don't get the
You're
seasickness.
not allowed to have that on a Viking boat.
Oh,
Only ale.
I might have an issue then.
I
We're
mean,
gonna
I
have to-
might be able to make a deal and trade it for another kind of boat, but probably not as good as this one.
This isn't even that good of a boat.
I mean, it's pretty good.
I mean, not just. I mean, it just looks really weathered and used.
I mean, okay, you got me. I am not the most amazing, fabulous captain. This is all I could afford. And yes, it does normally need 20 men, and I may have lost all of my crew when I got here.
How did you get here without a crew?
No, they got here, but I didn't pay them, so they left. I mean, I paid them, but I didn't have enough to keep paying them. And he looks nervously at Narcy.
Do you guys want to go to the inn?
You pay the people that sail your ship?
You have to, you know, for good sailors. They need money
No.
to spend on booze and
You
things
just
when they
need
get to port.
slaves.
What? No, I would never keep slaves. That's ridiculous. And he like looks over at Narcy and back at you again.
And by the way, Lefty will not be able to row this ship.
I
He's
don't know.
got
I
one
think he has a
good arm.
lot of spirit, you know. He might I think he might be up for it.
There's no way. Do you know how much those oars weigh?
Yes, of course. Picked them out myself because
Yeah, I'm
of
like
their
90%
excellent
sure.
weight.
Well, if he's
90%
going to
sure.
survive with one arm, he's going to have to learn to adapt.
Avion, I don't think you could row those oars.
Maybe
Likely
we could
not.
strap him in and he could use like his legs for rowing.
That's not how that ship works.
I mean, but if we strap his feet to the oars and we strap his body to the to the stool, then
I'm going to the tailor. I turn around and start walking.
Narcy follows.
Yes, let's.
Skipper, that's not your ship.
It's a very nice boat, Skipper. I love it.
thank you, Wilbert.
Alright, Skipper, what if I do this? What if I was to tell you that I've been lying to you, and that I cannot grant wishes at all?
I mean, that would be pretty insane, but I guess I would be very sad because that means that there will be no more wishes.
Yes, but you would forgive me because we're friends, right?
I mean, yeah. I guess I would.
Then you can come and tell us the truth then. We'll forgive you.
Okay. Look, so it's like this. I don't have a boat. I never had a boat. I've always worked on crews of boats, and every boat I've worked on has had very, very bad luck. It's not my fault. It's just the boats I end up on all tend to have terrible, terrible problems, or they crash and everyone dies.
It's a good thing we didn't get on a boat with him.
No. It's fine. It's fine. Like I said, those boats were just unlucky. So what we're going to do, right, is we're going to go and we're going to take one of these boats and we will prove ourselves amazing, and then when we come back we will give them the money to buy an even better boat.
How long would it take us as a 4-person team to row a boat to where...
Impossible. Needs it.
I think
Even
we
the
could do
smallest
it
boat.
in, like, about a week.
Yes,
No,
we
even
yes.
maybe ones with sails. and
I'm
not
going
Even
to
the smallest boat out
oars.
there would require at least 10 people to operate, and that's a skeleton crew.
Okay, you seem to know what you're talking about. How long would it take a normally crewed boat to get to our location and back again?
What location?
His
Balasar.
hometown.
I have no fucking clue. I've never been there.
No, well,
Neither
then
do I. I've never made the trip myself.
it's going to be a long time at the very
Skipper,
least.
how long would it take for us to get to Balazar and back?
So
You know,
guys
I
are
was just kind of
here.
winging it. I was kind of just going to start sailing, and then when we hit it, we hit it.
Sounds about right. That sounds.
I mean,
par
I've
for the
got these
course.
navigation tools here, and I'm pretty sure that I could figure out how to use them by the time we, get out of sight of things that we need to know where we are.
Yeah, this all checks out. This is normal, Narcy.
Yes, I completely understand.
And I
That's
know
how far
lots
it
about
is.
operating boats, so I mean, I've been sailing all my life. Oh, wow, I did not expect that to succeed.
Hey, I mean,
Turns out that all those boats really did just have bad luck.
No, he's bad. And I don't know. I think it is probably just bad luck, but yeah.
well,
So,
I think we should carry out some chores in the town and move on. Maybe get a job or two in town and not think
or if
about...
you want whoever you're looking for found, we could go to the cave and see if they know anything.
Yep.
I mean,
Or we could hire onto a ship as crew.
well, there is a little sticking point with that.
Which is.
I might have acquired a little bit of a reputation for being kind of a curse for ships.
Wait, you're that skipper?
I might be that skipper. I'm not going to deny it.
You're skipper of the sunken ships.
I may have been known to skip to a few different ships and they sank.
How are you still up?
Guys, we're not getting hired on as crew for any ship. Every sailor knows a skipper. I know about him. I'm not even really a sailor. I just did some raiding back in the day.
Look, this
Well,
is
you
why
didn't
I
like
was
me.
saying we just need to take one of these ships. It will be fine.
How did I get on? How did you?
chose this, Narcy?
That's true. How did you manage to get on ships?
Me?
I
Him?
walked on them. I walked on them. They handed me my spear.
I'm not
my armor, my
talking to you. I'm
sword.
talking about the curse over there.
Well, he wasn't always a curse.
No,
Huh.
I mean I'm still not a curse,
So-
in my opinion.
So the last ship you got on.
You sure you're not cursed?
Well, okay, so the last every ship that I've gotten on.
No, I'm saying like the last ship you got on. How did you get onto the crew on that one? Were they desperate?
They didn't know my name. I might have used a pseudonym.
Okay, we can just do that next time.
Well,
Yeah, the problem is there's not a lot of tabaxi leaving port here.
yeah, see, it was easy on the Isles of Partey, but
Ah, yeah, that's correct.
Alright, so our next goal is to buy a necklace that makes him not look like a tabaxi.
How about we just do some jobs and help me with investigating.
Oh, I have an idea. I have an idea. We shave him.
okay, that's not going to be happening. But I do have another idea.
I'm just gonna bring up right now that you guys have a shaving kit.
I do actually.
I've never taken a
require-
ship from Shioman before, so maybe we go up there. Maybe they don't know about me. I mean, they probably do, but it's a little easier, maybe.
No, that's where I'm from. They know about you.
Maybe they
So,
don't know.
Nars, you had something to do in the area, correct?
Yes, yes. And if we really want to take a boat, I'm sure they haven't heard about you all the way over in Kithra.
That's a long walk, Narcy.
I live in hope.
So, I actually do need to go to Showman at some point.
Cool.
Boinking.
I'm buying a coat before we go there.
Why?
I get cold very easily.
It's because you're too skinny.
Yes.
Have you
Just
ever
feed her
tried
more
rats
fish and
before?
potatoes.
They're really good. Ooh, look, there's one right there. I can catch it for you, Narcy. Are you sure? You want it?
What?
Huh? A rat? Tasty rat?
No.
Fatten you up a little bit, huh?
No.
Tasty little morsel? No? What's... No?
I
No,
won't.
rats are pretty keto friendly. It wouldn't get her fat. We need to go to pastries.
Pastries? I guess if you really want those.
You want a nice pastry, Narcy?
We should take her to my grandma. She loves to bake.
You want to go meet Wilbert's grandma, Narcy?
Oh my god, I want to meet Wilbert's grandma so bad.
You see, you've tainted it with your evil machinations. Narcy wants to go see Wilbert's grandma, but doesn't want to go along with this plan. So she says, "Not if you're going to be doing this."
Who, me?
Yes.
Doing what?
What are we doing? What? I stopped
I don't
paying
understand.
attention.
Are we going to visit Narcy's grandma?
Wilbert's
Or
grandma.
not Narcy's, to Wilbert's grandma?
I think that would be an experience worth having.
I'll go see Wilbert's grandma.
Wilbert, do you know any good barbers in town?
Oh, several.
Can we stop off at a barber shop?
Yeah.
The barbers, in the worst parts of town, by the way, are also dentists, surgeons, and
And magic shop owners.
It's always good to diversify.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I just need a shave and a haircut because I shifted and haven't been
Couple
shaved
teeth
since.
pull.
Shave and a haircut, 2 bits.
Yeah, the bits refer to teeth.
How much does a shave and a haircut cost?
2 bits.
Like 2 copper.
They
Alright.
take 2 of your teeth out, and that pays for it.
What are we, orcs? Warhammer orcs?
Well, I
Guys,
mean,
By the way, if my
the
character
barber might be
dies,
an orc.
my next character is gonna be an orc. It's gonna be amazing.
Oh,
I have
I
the
hope you
best
die.
orc. I do too. My next character is so much more.
I love Elric, mind you, just because it's a good dynamic for the party. But God, you playing an orc is always fun.
Oh god, he's gonna be so much fucking fun. I'm so excited.
I'm just hoping that Narcy doesn't, like, turn into ash the second someone, actually starts to shoot things at her.
Oh no, he's very reliant on Narcy being in the party still.
Oh boy, that's gonna be interesting.
Like, I almost PM Sparkles today asking if I could retire Eric and play this character because I thought of the funnest D&D character for this campaign.
All right.
To be fair, it is hard to understand why Elric is hanging out with the party.
I know.
You know, so like it wouldn't be the craziest thing if he did just leave one day. So I don't know, up to you.
I mean, we could
And
manufacture.
Sparkles.
We could manufacture a reason for us not, like, the party to not want to go to Showman.
No, it's not a big deal. Like, I'll play either character, but I just had like a really good idea the other day.
Dude, now I want to see it.
I know. Eric will die, don't worry, guys. He almost dies in every single fight.
Gets so close every time.
I know. He'll definitely die at some point.
It might be difficult with Narcy in the party.
I don't think so. Narcy doesn't ever heal him.
Well, the thing is, last combat, I guess it's sad because my only ranged healing is the healing light dice, of which I only
No,
have 4.
Dude, you're fine. I don't ever fucking care if I get healed or not. I was just saying, like, it doesn't matter. Because, like, he, like, goes off and does his own thing and fights. He doesn't sit there and fight with the rest of you guys. Have you not noticed that?
Yeah, I noticed that.
Dude's trying to fucking get shit
Yeah, he
done.
basically did that entire last encounter on his own.
Yeah.
Nah, Skipper was there with me for a lot of it. Getting plinked away by arrows.
Yeah, I soaked a little bit of damage for you.
And the whole reason I play him that way, though, is so I don't fucking murder you guys when I'm on HP.
Yeah. It's smart. Smart.
So are we going to the tailor? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, I just marked the copper off. I don't think we need to roleplay me getting a haircut.
Mm,
And then we're gonna go visit Wilbert's grandma.
Rupert's grandma. Hello, Wilbert. How are you doing, grandson? She's just like 5 years older than him.
It's a really weird family tree.
Doesn't have many branches.
It has many branches, but they all circle back on each other.
It's just mostly like several intertwining trunks.
It's a family bush, not a family tree.
Family vine.
that reminds me, I need to get some herbicide made. Kill some vines creeping up my house.
I just got a peppercorn vine.
Is
Ah,
this their place?
And some of those banana trees that almost went.
Oh, nice.
Banana.
Banana.
Oh, no.
Banana. You can tell it's the point in the night where everyone's starting to get tired.
Yeah.
well,
I guess this is probably a good place as any to call it.
we should probably just get the tailor shit out of the way.
Yeah, wrap
Would-
up our shopping.
Would the tailor have a robe my size in stock?
Yeah, I mean they sell stuff to people. I mean it.
How much does that
If they
cost?
didn't have it, then they could probably make it.
Then how much does that cost?
I'm just gonna say 50 silver.
All right. So
It's
50.
probably.
Wait, 50 silver is
probably a
5 gold?
Oh no, 5 silver then.
All right. So then that'll
Wait,
be
it's 50. It's 10 silver to a gold.
yes.
I thought it was 100.
Nope.
Yeah, see, that's what I was thinking.
No, it's 10 silver to a gold normal.
I think I did something wrong in my math then at some point.
Probably, because it sounded like all of you motherfuckers are broke. I don't know how I got almost 100 gold.
I got
got-
like
Because you
100 gold.
hoarded the
I have
gemstones.
85.
Okay. What'd you say?
Because you hoarded all the gems.
I'm not even counting the gems. I'm just talking straight currency.
I'm pretty sure I got at least like 50 golds worth of evidence though, so who knows.
I started out
The
with
gems are on the cart. Eric didn't just hoard them.
I started out with 0 gold, so I have like 35 gold right now.
Yeah, my thing with the spell scroll was A, neither of those sounded particularly interesting to me, and B, it costs 50 gold in materials to just transcribe it in the first place. So if you add that on top of the cost of the scroll itself, that's a little too rich for my blood right now.
Yeah, magic's expensive.
Yeah.
It is.
All right, new robe, awesome.
Hmm.
Maybe I can get a magic one down the line that I can, like wipe the blood off of. That would be cool.
Do tailors do leather, or is that like a leather worker separate thing?
I think
Yeah,
that's
so
a separate thing.
Alright, never mind.
I'd like to buy studded leather.
Dude, same.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a leather work.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Let's go get studded leather armor together, man. Yeah.
Yes.
Yay, makeover!
Yeah, it's
Weirdest
45
makeover.
gold on the equipment list, but
Oh, yeah,
I'll
that
leave it up
saves
to
me
you.
from having to look that up.
Yeah. If that's cool with you, then I'll just subtract that.
Yep.
I will do the same. +1 AC. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
I want to buy them all.
I don't know. I mean, that might be pretty expensive. I mean, small.
Yeah, but I mean, think about how much it would give me back in dividends once it gets rolling.
Studded leather armor, that helps a lot.
And there's probably a blacksmith around here too. If you get your back and stick.
Yeah.
Man, if I had this armor last encounter, Avion would not have almost died.
How much
would
would a
think it would
smacky
help me.
stick cost?
Black and
He whack, smack.
Guys, remember
Chop
when
that
I
beat.
almost got Avion killed by calling the exact number Sparkles would roll?
Oh
Hmm.
god.
Considering
was
it was
funny.
the same number she rolled every single time she attacked
Yep.
Avion.
It was as soon as I figured out what she would have to
22.
roll on the dice. It's like a
God.
17 or higher that would have hit Avion through all his shield stuff.
Yep.
And then she hit it like 3 times in a row.
It was awesome. It was
Yeah, it was
exactly
kinda
a
nice.
17 as well.
Mm-hmm.
The
Man.
That's a great
Mom
feeling when you're
called
at the end.
10 gold.
Okay.
There's a trident on here.
So Blade Song adds my intelligence modifier to my AC. So my base AC is now 18 with Blade Song.
So that
active.
22 still would have hit.
Nope, because then I have Shield, which is another +5 on a reaction. So it's now 23.
You're invincible.
That's the goal.
Until she starts rolling out the fireballs.
I was about to say until saving throws start happening.
Yeah, pretty much.
once she starts rolling out the fireballs, I stand a good chance of dying in one hit.
Oh, hey, I found a thing. Robes actually cost 1 gold,
Oh, cool.
and manacles cost 2.
See, this is why I want to learn, like, absorb elements. Then the fireballs wouldn't have as much of an effect.
That's true. Absorb elements is a very good spell.
Mm-hmm.
And you can then hit things back with their element, which is almost never
Exactly.
useful unless you're fighting another wizard.
Or unless you're fighting a melee wizard. Or as a melee wizard.
Well, no, like the problem is like 90% of the time something
yeah.
hits you with an element, that doing the element damage
Pretty
back
useless.
is fucking useless.
But flavor-wise, that's really cool.
Yeah. It's one of my favorite first level spells. It's really good. Most abjuration spells at early levels are really good though.
I need to figure out some way to have armor and cast mage armor.
It's called being a blade singer.
Well, I'm thinking more about like having a shield and casting mage armor. I don't think
You would
that.
need a shield proficiency.
I thought that. Hang on a second. I need to look
No,
at.
warlocks don't get shields, bro.
No. I'm not talking about proficiencies.
But if you take the feat,
that is not.
I think you need the medium armor feat to get the shield proficiency.
The thing I'm worried about is the let's just the last sentence there.
What?
Shields count as armor.
yeah, there you go. So you can't have it.
I just need to get.
Is that just renamed mage armor?
Yes.
Nice.
Because usually it's called Armor of Shadows. The
This is my
invocation.
rapier.
But
Yeah, so you could, if you took medium armor master, you could wear medium armor and have a shield, and that would equal out to armor light.
But you couldn't stack armor of light on top of that.
Right. Because your medium armor is going to be at least 13 plus your dex mod.
Chain shirt, here I come. I might not pick it up though.
Yes, the 12-year-old child with chain armor and a shield.
It's a chain shirt is different from chain mail. Chain shirt is what frickin' Frodo was wearing, and
His was made of mithril, though.
yeah, but the same
Chain shirt
theory.
is what you wear. Chain shirt typically is what you would wear under plate if you're a knight. You know, like the, or like what Gimli had on. Where that was too big for him. Chain mail is like plates of mail with chain sewn into it, like in parts where it wasn't connected, so you would retain mobility. But eventually, plate mail became so well crafted you didn't lose mobility. But a lot of people,
guns happen.
yeah. But a lot of people wore gambeson instead of chainmail under their armor, with just like parts of chain stitched into like areas that the plate mail didn't cover, to protect themselves, because you didn't really need chainmail under the armor, and it caused chafing really bad. So it was like gambeson with chain stitched into it was more common. Chainmail was like almost never really used for that long. Once plate became a thing for like anybody with money, chainmail was like the cheap man's armor. And even then gambeson was used more than that.
You'd think making all those little chains would be so time consuming.
It was.
Panic.
Yeah, it was. It was a pain in the ass. That's why they
Making
just put
fights is
parts of
much
it.
easier.
Yep.
It's
That's-
shitty because you had to like you made the links, right? But then you also have to like you have
I'll
to
be right
like
back.
finish them.
Mhm,
So
and
like
you have to do it one by one too. You can't just like do a bunch of.
yeah. And so like I don't know, you have to like heat treat it every time as well. And so it's not just as easy as like even just bending a bunch of little loops. You have to like you have to do work for every single one of them. It's such a pain in the fucking ass. I honestly don't know how people ever did that in the past. Like it just seems like such an immense ridiculous job. But they did.
Yeah, I tried doing it with beads just to see how it would look, and it looked cool, but it was also such a pain in the neck that I just stopped.
Oh yeah, it was that took a lot of work.
It's like, yeah, that's not worth it.
Yeah, chainmail was shitty.
I like that chainmail does have a use in modern times as like shark proof diving wear.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Like yeah, that's a good repurposing for it.
Or for in case you want to handle a hand guard.
Or if you need a medium armor category in your game.
Actually, a chain shirt's medium armor. Chainmail is heavy for some reason.
Would they offer stab protection? Like I'm thinking like if a police officer had chainmail worked into their like, you know, vest or
I'm pretty
Nah,
sure.
defense.
Kevlar is way more useful than chainmail.
Yeah, I guess the ceramic plates would stop it pretty good.
Yeah. I'll be honest, like Gambison was almost as effective as chainmail at stab protection.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
pretty impressive.
Gambison was really effective.
I guess it's the same idea as like the samurai armor.
Yeah.
It just
It's also not made of metal.
yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, like the chainmail. Well, Gambison had bits of metal in it usually. Um, Interestingly enough, studded leather was almost never used as well because the studs just directed arrows into your vital organs.
Yeah, they're not as great as they would seem like, you know, like you might think they would be.
Yeah,
The
studded
studs
leather was
offer no
terrible.
protection to you really, except for I guess cutting if they happen to hit you right in a stud, but not really even then, because it'll just deflect off of them into you.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
for
it really just looks more decorative than anything, honestly.
it was like the idea was to stop like the longsword from like cutting through the leather
Right, right.
because it would bounce off the studs. But because the problem with that is the problem with a lot of these armors is the longsword delivered so much blunt force trauma anyways.
Mm.
You were still gonna fucking fall down and probably die shortly after.
Yeah, it's like a bear. They say it's like, oh yeah, the claws are the least of your worries when it comes to being hit by a bear, because it just hits you with so much force that it'll just crush your bones. Like the claws are a secondary issue.
Yeah, it can just
Yeah.
walk up to you and sit on you and you'd suffocate. Like, the bear doesn't even have to try in this fight.
I mean, just when it swipes, it hits with so much force, like
Yeah.
it would just crush you.
Mm-hmm. And that's why that one movie, The Revenant, sucked because that dude would not have survived that bear attacking him.
If you're lucky, the bear decides to maul you, like with its mouth. If you're unlucky, it beats you like with its paw, and you definitely don't walk away from that.
That bear fucked him up. He should have been dead.
Yeah, bears are no joke. I guess it
Yeah,
depends what kind of bear too, but yeah.
I ain't
Usually the
fucking with
ones that
no
will
bear.
attack you are the kind that are dangerous.
I mean, most
Like-
bears don't just attack people either, though.
No, but I don't know, man. Every animal has the ability to just do something weird one day.
Yeah.
Just suddenly, just one day, it's just fucking pissed off for some reason. and
Yeah, it's having a
kills
bad
something.
day. And
Yeah.
it sees a punching bag walk out in front of it.
I
Or
mean,
it
also,
was, yeah,
also most animals are territorial. It's kind of natural.
yeah, yeah,
What we're
Yeah.
saying though, kids, is don't fuck with bears.
yeah. Bears are not your friends.
Oh, I think I'm done for tonight. I'm tired.
Yeah, and I'm getting the sense that we're not so much in a D&D mood.
Yeah, no,
I thought it was over. I thought you guys called it a minute
Yeah,
Yeah, I think we're like in a Bears and Gambusons.
yeah.
ago.
So yeah, I'm gonna end the recording now.
B and G.
Goodbye, YouTube.
Yeah, goodbye.